Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Vicky. We are the Stamping Sisters
from Stamp Addicts. We started our family-run business in 1992 when we were importing rubber stamps from the USA.
But now we design and manufacture them all here in-house in our shop in Bedfordshire.
We make grey rubber stamps and we make them as deeply etched as we possibly can so that you can use them in many different ways.
On our shows on Hochanda, we like to give you lots of different techniques to use with the stamps, different ways that they can be used and ideas.
We hope that we can inspire you to get out your stamps and have a play. Look at all the different designs we've got. We've got Christmas, we've got scenic, we've got cute and furry. There's something for everyone.
Make sure you don't miss the Stamp Addict shows
on Hochanda.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie, and this is my dad Roy. And we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. So 3 years ago, we decided to embark on turning our own designs into polymer stamps. We're really excited about where this is going to take us in the future and how we can evolve those designs and keep bringing you something that's just so different. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie using her iPad and hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you can use them again and again to create something new. So make sure you don't miss the Daisy Bee shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan. I've been working with Heartfelt Creations for about 9 years now. Heartfelt Creations as a company launched the company back in 1994. They have been in the industry for a very long time. They are crafters, so they know what you crafters want, and they listen to us crafters too. Their products range from stamps that coordinate with dies that then coordinate with a paper pad. But then we also have storage folders, we have decorative dies, we have colouring daubers, we have Insta albums. One of the products that really make Heartfelt unique are their flower shaping moulds, where you can make easy, quick, three-dimensional flowers, which are absolutely stunning. So I hope you can join Heartfelt Creations here on Hochanda.
Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free, using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your internet web browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Well, hello again. Now, from one fabulous hour to another, I'm delighted to be here presenting for Rope and Roll. This is a show I've never done before. We are going to be saying hello to our guest as well. He's joining us live on Skype. We've got Oscar with us tonight. We've got new items as well. Shall we say a very good evening? I don't know what time it is, actually, because Oscar isn't here in the UK. So, Oscar, are you there? You're in Turkey, I believe.
Yes, it's 10 o'clock p.m. In Turkey, and I'm ready and waiting for the demonstrations.
Amazing stuff. Not too late for you then, but a very good evening here from the UK, of course. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen you before, Oscar, or seen the products that we've got today, in fact, nobody's seen the new todays, but the type of craft that you're doing here, how did it all begin for you?
Well, it was just 6 years ago. I started making string art as a hobby first with my daughter, and then it became my profession. And for last 2 years, I've been teaching it in schools. You know, the classical way of string art is applied onto a wooden panel like this one.
How wonderful!
A thick panel using the nails. I always thought on this problem because it's really difficult to apply all these nails onto this wooden plate. So I found a more practical, easier and simpler way. It's like this. It's 3 millimeters MDF panel with notches around, and you use the string like this, turning around the panel. And we have a new stage now. We presented these models before in Hochanda, and now we scaled it down to a smaller piece so that we can use it as a jewelry piece, earrings and necklaces, etc. So we are here now to demonstrate you for the jewelry pieces.
Oh, amazing. We have got the jewellery for you tonight. That's what we're focusing on. These are so effective. I can't tell you. Now, we've got different options as well available. I do mean, first of all, you're going to have so much delight creating these, but then to be able to wear them afterwards as well. Now, the first selection we've got for you here, if we look at the shape of them, this is our drop. Now, I've got another board at the back here as well. It is like a teardrop, but it's not symmetrical, is it? You've got more of a curve on one side, but the effects, depending on how they've been threaded, are completely different. So we're looking at the yellow and the blue together. I mean, this is a whole kit. So you are going to get, of course, your threads as well. You're getting the necklace, there's 2 earrings, you're getting your glue, your different threads there as well. But very, very different in the way of effects. Now, when we've had a good look at everything, I've got another board to show you as well. Very striking, actually, in the purple and the yellow that I've got here as well. The glue is important, of course, but look at these. I mean, just to sit and have the enjoyment of putting these together and seeing how these form. Oscar, if you're still there, what sort of time scale are we looking at? If you take your time with this, you're not rushing it, obviously. You want to take your time, you want to do it properly. How long would it take to make something like that?
I will try to complete each model within 12 to 13 minutes, so you take your time.
Wow, so not long at all then. I've got I don't know if I should say this really, but I'm intrigued by this. They are beautiful, and you can see you can create those different looks there. But if you ever wanted to change, could you take away the thread and change it so you can change the colours?
Yeah, of course. We have 5 different colors with the kit. You can use them together to form different designs, and you can use any thread that you have before for other projects maybe. It's embroidery string.
Okay.
I can show you the most probably you have them before. So this is the same kind of thread we have here. So if you want to use except these colors, any of the colors you have with you, you can use them as well.
How wonderful. And what a great price for a kit. Only $13.99. 196705 is the item number. Now, we've got more in the way of shapes. Similar kits, but we'll let Oscar get ready for a demonstration. That's okay with you, Oscar. We'll let you get prepared and we'll go through the different options for everybody. But starting right there, what a wonderful shape to work with as well. 196705, that is the teardrop, of course. Now, next, we've got the ellipse next for you. Again, look at the different colour combinations here. You are getting those 5 different threads again. Of course, you're getting the pendant, you're getting the earrings, but very different looks achieved depending on the colours and the way that these have been woven as well. Again, it's the same price, $13.99. Another new today. I have never seen anything quite like this. 353949 is the item number. Just amazing how these come together, isn't it? They're absolutely beautiful. Do you know, I think it is just a case of which is your favourite shape, because, do you know, you might want to go for more than one kit as well. At this price, at $13.99, you might treat yourself and go for one of each. 353949 is the item number. If you've never tried anything like this before, which is, it's not likely unless you've gone for the bigger kits that we've seen on the MDF before, but you certainly haven't seen these before today here at Hochanda. Oh, just a little reminder as well. Must tell you about dispatch date from the 10th of February, so not long to wait at all, because of course these have been shipped from overseas. Now we have got more shapes, so let's have a look and move on again. Now this is a lovely one again. I really like this actually. I was trying to pick out my favourite earlier, and I thought it was the teardrop, but I'm not so sure now. It might be this one. $13.99 again. You've got your triangles here. Again, you're getting everything that you need. So the necklace, the earrings, you're getting the threads, you're getting the glue. And it's a lovely project to put together. What a great gift this would make, whether you want to make and gift or whether you want to buy the kits to give to somebody, maybe a new craft. 780585 is the item number. I can't stop looking at these. You wouldn't think, would you, that you could create so many different patterns just with thread and the same template, so to speak. Wow. Do you know what? I would expect to pay at least $13.99 just to get the necklace there, or a pair of earrings with those shapes. But do you know, when you're getting the necklace and the earrings as well, exceptional value. Beautiful stuff. And then finally, we've got the circles as well. Oh, this one reminds me a little bit of a dream catcher, the sample I got at the back, actually. So, of course, if you wanted to adapt these and put other embellishments on, I suppose you could do as well. So the circles we've got here, 3 completely different looks again, depending on how you've used the thread and what colours you've used. $13.99. You do get full instructions, by the way. 847743. We'll see if we can locate the instructions in a little while, because they do come included. But, of course, we are going to see the demonstrations with Oscar, so that will become really, really clear how these will all come together. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Right, I'm hoping Oscar's ready. I can't wait to see the demonstration with this. So let's see if Oscar's ready. If you are, Oscar, we'd love to see our very first demonstration, if that's okay with you.
Okay, we will start with a simple model, the triangle, and we will go through other models as we do the patterns. I want to say that there is not only one option for making these jewelry pieces. In the explanations, tutorials, there are many different patterns. You can use them together to form your custom and original way of design, using them together. For example, here we have 3 different layers used with different colors. So you can use all these 3 patterns or some other patterns like this together in order to form different original designs. Here we will start with the first layer. In order to start, we will use these notches around the shape.
Okay.
I wanted to show you with a white color panel. Normally, our pieces which comes with the kit is clear, transparent acrylic panels.
Right.
So
okay.
we have notches all around. To start, we just turn the string once around this piece like this, and then we will use this glue. You need to cut this part a little bit in order to open for the first usage.
Okay.
I already did it. So you use a tiny amount of glue here. You can see that when it gets the glue, its color changes. The color of the string changes to a darker one.
Okay.
So a tiny amount is enough. Within seconds it will dry, and then you will cut the extra string like this. Now we are ready to go.
Right,
We will start with a parallel lines pattern. To do that, I start from one corner and I follow the order to the next empty one. I turn around the panel with string, and each time I follow the order to the next empty point. So this way you can see that we form parallel lines. That will be a background for the second layer, which we will do next.
I see. Yep.
it's just like starting a painting. We are making a background with a solid color
Yes,
on the background.
you're putting your base layer down, so to speak.
Yes. And here we go. It's so simple. The first angle is finished. Now I will use the same pattern for a different angle. This time I will start from this corner.
Okay.
So I will repeat the same pattern like this. Starting from the corner, I will follow the order in the same direction. So this pattern will form very tiny triangles at the end. Let me speed up a little bit.
Okay, and at this stage, Oscar, I mean, if you were to just to thread into the wrong notch, it's quite easy just to take it out again. There's no glue holding apart from that very first beginning point.
Yes, it's very easy to use the glue at the first point, and it's really strong and practical. You don't see any knot or anything else. It's also clear like the panel. It's liquid and it's instant glue, so it's very easy to start, and we will use the same glue also when we finish the design.
Lovely stuff. And you've got plenty of glue there, haven't you, as well? Because it only takes a tiny drop each time.
Yes, I've been using the same glue for all the samples I sent to studio, so I still go on using it because very tiny amount is enough for that. So the
you're
first
not going to
layer
run
is
out
over.
then?
Yes, and to finish the same design, we turn the string around this piece again, one tour,
Yeah.
so that string will touch to the previous tour, and we apply the same glue in a tiny amount. That's it. We wait for a few seconds, and then we can cut the string.
That
to
is
go on
quick
with the second
drying, isn't
pattern.
it? I'm amazed at that.
Yes. Now I want to form another pattern around this green, just like this, to give you a clue.
Oh, nice. Oh, that is effective.
Right, thank you. And to start, we have to check where our hole for the chain is. We have the hole here, so I will start from this corner and move through all around this triangle.
Okay.
So let me start from the bottom, because previously we used that place and I don't want it to be filled up with strings. So I will use it here and cut the string again.
Now, in the instructions, Oscar, you do provide lots of information showing the different patterns, the way, you know, to apply the threads around those notches as well. It does give you lots of options, doesn't it, in each instruction pack? But could you, once you get, you know, maybe if you're going for more than one set, could you come up with your own patterns as well? Is it quite easy to do that?
Yeah, because here we have some principles. It's like math. We play with numbers. If you change the numbers, the pattern also changes. So the instructions, the tutorials here have some principles. So if you make something different, I mean, I started from here and came to here, and I will move like this.
Okay.
If you start from here and come to a different point and make the same thing, you will get another pattern. It's really funny to try and see what you got at the end.
I can see that. I reckon this is going to get quite addictive once you get going with it as well, because you want to create those different patterns.
Yeah, for sure. And for the second layer, we started from here at the bottom and we got to the top. Now these 2 points will turn in the same direction. I mean, this point here will move down here, following the order, whereas this point will move this way.
I see.
When I teach it in schools, I made up a story about that. This one is chasing the other, and this one is running away this way.
Oh, that's a really good way of thinking of it, actually. That's very clever.
So, thank you. So difference between the first layer and the second is they turn in the same direction. They don't move in the same direction, but they turn in the same direction, following each other. So that form makes a different pattern. Let's see it. You can see that a pattern started to occur here. So as we turn around, following the order.
Building very quickly, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah. Just follow the order. Do not miss anything, any point, and you go on doing the same thing. So we have a distance between these 2 points. If you increase or decrease this distance, the pattern also changes according to that. So you can easily take the string out and try another thing if you want.
Of course.
It's really easy. So it's almost done,
Look at that.
our first model. That's it.
That is so effective. Isn't that wonderful?
Thank
Absolutely
you.
wonderful.
And to finish, I again turn the string around this piece for once, and then I apply the glue, holding the string tight.
Yeah.
And a few seconds later, it's dry, and now I can cut the string. Our pendant for the
Amazing.
necklace is ready.
That is beautiful. That is so, so nice. Now, when it comes to applying the pendant to the necklace itself, Oscar, is that easy to do as well?
Of course, the chain and everything you need comes with the kit. So the metal ring over here is already applied. So you just use the chain that comes with the kit in order to make it.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, so very easy to do then.
Yeah, for sure. It's to make it easier, I removed the chain here and the ring here. Normally the kit comes with them, so it's already installed.
Okay, yes, yeah. Totally understand.
Now,
wonderful. Now, we may, Oscar, we can do a quick recap and then we can maybe have a look at the next shape that you've got there, if that's okay. Is that all right if you want to get ready for another demonstration?
Of course.
Thank you very much. We will give you a recap, everybody at home then. So the triangle is the one we were just looking at, you know, for everybody at home there. We're just watching Oscar with that wonderful demonstration. Again, I've got to remind you of some of the different designs that you can create using the threads. 5 different threads here, so you can go with the colour combinations that you wish. I have got the instructions to show you as well now, so you can see some of those other designs as well. 780585 is the item number if you're going for the triangles. $13.99, that's all it is. This is the necklace, the earrings, the threads, the glue, the instructions as well. Something a little bit different as well. I've never seen anything quite like this before. You can wear these. I'm thinking as well, perhaps if you're into your journaling, your album making, perhaps you want to make an embellishment for the front of a journal as well and keep the necklace for something else. It's entirely up to you. So you do get the full instructions with the step-by-steps, and it will give you the guides to create those wonderful effects there. So you can see each one of those little notches, those little teeth on the pendant itself, and then the way that you wrap these around. Even the different colours have been used, so you can really sort of tell them apart, which is which there. If I just go to the back sheet here as well, these have been rolled up a little bit, so I'm trying to open them out a bit for you. There we are. You can see those wonderful designs then, how they build together. But do have a go at making your own creations as well. I just think you're going to have so much fun with these. So 780585 is the triangle. We'll have a look at the circle while we're here as well, because the circle, of course, completely different design when it comes to the shape, but also the effects that you're getting as well. So 3 bows to show you again, 5 different colours, the full set, the glue, the necklace, the earrings once again here. I love the circle actually. I can really see a dream catcher in there. You could add further embellishments to these if you wanted to. $13.99 is the price again, 847743. Again, full instructions included for this particular set and every one of those sets as well. Now, we've got another one to show you about, or something else to tell you about as well before we get back to Oscar. So let's have a look. There's the circle. That's the one we've just mentioned. Now, we have got other shapes, so we're going to remind you of those as well. So you can see exactly what you're getting in the kits on the photograph there. Oh! The ellipse is the one we're going to go with next. Do you know, I can't believe the price of these. $13.99. Oh, have we lost an earring? Where's it gone? It's fallen off, this one. I've lost my little earring. Let me just hook that back on so you can see. There we are. There we are. So if you're going for all of them, so you've got all of the different shapes, if you total it up, it only comes to £55.96. Add something else into your basket and split the cost as well. So maybe you want to, you know, maybe gift to all your family. Let everybody have a go at this. All work together so you can come up with the most intricate patterns or designs. Or just follow the instructions and use, you know, the inspiration that you can see from the samples we've got here in the studio as well. Love the colour combinations. I wonder if we've all got favourite colour combinations as well. 353949 is the item number, so that's the ellipse there for you. And then, of course, we started with that beautiful teardrop. This has been the busiest one. Half the stock gone on this one, actually. Oh, do you know, this is the one I picked out first as my favourite. Then I kind of went to the triangle. Now I'm not sure again. This, you see, I'd have to get more than one. I can't just go with one of them. Lovely size as well. So you've got, of course, the pendant there, the necklace and the earrings. And you could wear that either way around, I suppose, as well. I don't know, there is a right and wrong way. Let me just flip that around so I can see how it looks at the other side. I'll have to ask this question, actually. I don't know if there is a right and wrong. I'm intrigued. I need to find out. $13.99 is the price, 196,705. And again, full instructions are included in the kit. Right, Oscar, if you're ready to go again, I can see you've got that beautiful teardrop in your hand there.
Yes, ready to go now. You just mentioned that it's a great gift idea. I'm sure anybody who sees that will be really surprised, because I didn't see anybody using the same technique, the string art technique for in jewelry. So it's really valuable for somebody you love, that when they ask, you will say that I did it. It's
Definitely.
not
Absolutely.
something bought
Absolutely.
from. Yes. Now with the drop shape, I will use a pattern. We will go one step further. We will use a ratio between these 2 points. I mean, I started the same way. I used the glue here, and then I went down to the bottom. Now this point will move through this direction, and this point will move in this direction.
So you're playing the chasing game again.
Yes, but with a difference. This time, where we go here one by one, we will apply a ratio here. We will use the each node twice. So
right.
1/2 is our ratio. So how we do it is, we will move one by one, whereas we use the same point, same notch, twice over here. When we start, it's a little bit tricky because the angle is very small, but you can use your finger on the top like this in order to make it easier.
Okay.
So as they get close to each other, it will be easy. So this is the first one, and I go to the same point again, and the next one, and same point again, next one, and same point again, so that we can apply this pattern to this drop shape in order to have a focus point over here.
Yes, I
because
totally understand.
I don't want to go too fast here, so in order to go more slowly, I use the same point twice. Let me turn it this way. So 1 and 2 for the same point. 1 and 2, it's almost done. 1 and 2, and we need to take a help from the other finger. So last a few points. This is 1, and this is 2, and the last point. Here we go.
Lovely.
We have this pattern. on the back. So I will apply another pattern with blue.
Okay.
Before doing that, I have to use the glue again. So I turn the string around this point and apply a tiny amount of glue to end point. Wait for it a little while. A few seconds later, it's okay, and I can cut the string.
Amazing.
Now, I will go on with the blue color. I will start from here. Normally, you can count the notes in order to find the which point is middle and where to start. It's all explained in the tutorials.
Yeah.
But you can see that using different points gives out different patterns.
Of course.
So you can start it like
So really,
this.
Oscar, there's
So-
no right or wrong, is there? It doesn't matter how you sort of work with this, really, as long as, of course, you're forming those threads going across and then working around in patterns. But there isn't really an incorrect way of doing it, is there, to form a pattern?
Of course, there's no wrong way. Just you need to be careful about, for example, the first pattern we made has a focal point here. So in the second layer, I will try to form another pattern, but not to close this part, just over here.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
want to make a frame like this. So I use it like this with the blue. The point here will move this way, whereas it will move the other side. They turn in the same direction, like
Yes.
running away and chasing each other again.
I'm guessing that the thread that's doing the chasing never catches up with the one that runs away.
Yeah, when they move with the same speed, they don't. The distance between them always the same. But we have a model where one is faster than the other, and then it catches the other one. So we use the blue in order to form a frame, not closing down this
Yes.
point here. So in order to finish, you can use the glue again and cut the string. And I want to show you another thing.
Okay, yes.
When we choose the points like this, we've got this shape. And when we choose the points like this, the distance is less. They are more close to each other.
Yes,
we
we can
got
see a big difference.
frame like this. Yes.
Lovely, yeah.
Maybe you can use a third color in order to make another frame here, like this one. It's also possible.
I'm loving the colour
So
combination of the blue and purple as well there, Oscar. That looks very, very effective.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And you just asked me if they catch each other. We have a model called spiral. This pattern is spiral. So here they turn in the same direction, but one skips one point in each 4 steps. So they got closer and closer together. And
Oh.
as they close to each other, the spiral grows like this
Oh, I see.
to form this shape.
How clever.
So, thank you. So, shall we go on with the next model?
Yes,
or-
yes, let's do that.
Okay. Our next model is circle. We did this background pattern like this in the
Okay,
triangle. So I don't want to repeat it again like here.
Okay.
To make this, we start from one point and we move in one direction, forming parallel lines. And we repeat the same pattern on the other side also.
Yes.
One vertical and one horizontal. Here we get the orange background.
Yeah.
Now, I want to form such rings around the circle. In order to form this, I will use the blue again.
Oh, that's a nice contrast with the orange.
Well, thank you. And we start the same way. Since this shape is circle, it doesn't matter where you start from, because we will move all around the circle, repeating the same pattern. So we are ready to go now.
Okay.
I want to form a circle around it, so I can decide whether the hole in the center will be big or small. If I choose 2 points very far away from each other, I will get a small hole here. And if I choose closer points to each other, I will get a larger hole in the middle.
I
so
see.
If you go on like this, starting from one point, so chasing each other again, they turn in the same direction like this. So you can see that the circular hole is began to appear here. So as you go on like this, when you complete one tour, that will make a circle on top of the orange layer.
Do you know, Oscar, it's fascinating watching as well, because to see the depth of colour coming through, where you get a lot of the thread crossing over, you see that really bright blue coming through. So it's almost as though you've got variegated thread, but it's not. It's the same colour. It's just how the threads overlap.
Yeah, it's the same thread, and you have some variables. Changing them will change the pattern. For example, the background color orange. If you want to make it darker, you can use 2 more diagonal hatches, 2 more diagonal patterns, repeating the same pattern. So the more layers you have, the darker the orange gets. So you can change these variables according to your likes and dislikes.
I don't think there's anything to dislike. I think, do you know, I think whatever you do here, you're getting such amazing creations, such wonderful effects.
Thank you. It's like meditation, I mean. Very relaxing. And it's also good effect. It has also a good effect on your concentration. You follow the order. You shouldn't skip any points. So it needs a concentration for a long time, like 20 or 30 minutes maybe, for a starter.
And that has come together so quickly as well, Oscar. It looks amazing.
Yeah, and it's done. The complete circle.
Lovely.
And we finish it the same way. We turn the string around this piece once, and we apply the glue.
I've got to ask, Oscar, do you have a favourite colour combination yourself? Is there a particular colour or a couple of threads that you like to work with more than others?
Orange and blue is my favorite. I want to show you one more example. Here, I did the same thing for the second layer. In order to form a medium-sized hole, I used 2 colors together like a single one. I used blue and orange together, so it's like a mixture. It's like paint in painting, when you mix 2 colors together.
Yes.
It seems to be another third color, but it's not. It's blue and orange together.
So you're getting that natural blend.
Yeah, and here I used purple and orange together. It's also, it has a different effect. I like that also. I think orange is my favorite.
Oscar, I've got a question. Is there a right and wrong side, or do they look the same on both sides? Does it matter which way around they are?
Both sides look the same.
Oh,
Just
wow.
a small difference we have here. The diameter of the circle is not equal. I mean, it's
Oh.
greater here. It's a little bit, but it's really difference is so small that mostly you can't see it. Since we use the clear panel here, you can see the strings in the background also.
Yeah.
So when you look at this necklace, this pendant, all you see is both sides of the string, because our panel is transparent.
Yes, of
So
course.
there is no right and wrong side. Both sides are beautiful, I think.
They certainly are. Do you know that's nice as well for something like the teardrop shape, because it almost bends to one side, so you can have a choice of which way you want to wear it if you wanted a particular look as well.
Yeah, this is not symmetrical, but both sides beautiful, I think.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Now you've got the earrings alongside the necklace there. Just a reminder to everybody, you are getting earrings, necklace, threads, glue, instructions, all in the kits, all for that price of $13.99, remember. Amazing, amazing price. Does look very therapeutic as well. Oh, we're changing shapes again. This is the ellipse, isn't it?
Yes, it's time to make an ellipse now. I will make a different pattern like this one. It's also like yin and yang shape, the symbol. We use two colors to make it. Now I want to demonstrate this one for you. And before that, I want to show a difference. For example, I use the same pattern in these necklaces and in these earrings, but the difference is if you start dividing the ellipse horizontally and make the pattern, you get this one.
Okay.
And if you divide the shape vertically and make the same pattern, you got this shape. So the same pattern, but the start points are different, so that makes them different like this way.
Very different effects. Do you know, it's so intriguing watching this.
Thank you. Now I will start with yellow. I want to divide it horizontally, and I want to remind you something. There are small spots here which signs the half and the quarter of the shape. So we have 60 notches around the shape, the necklaces, for all these four models. You can count them in order to find which one is the quarter, but you can also use these spots, very small, tiny spots here, so they sign which spot is, which node is the quarter.
Yes, yeah.
So it's this one. I will
I've got
turn
another
the string
question, Oscar,
around.
actually. You know, if you're when you're threading around, if you're using the same little notch numerous times, what's the maximum amount of times you can pass that thread into one of those notches? Do you know?
Normally, 4 or 5 strings can go in a single notch.
Lovely.
After 5, it becomes full. So when we make a pattern, we try to use different points for starting. For example, for each color, we will divide the shape into 2. So with the yellow, I can start from here, and with the orange, I will start from the opposite side, so
that makes sense.
The same notch will not be full. Thank you. Now, again, I divide the shape into 2 pieces, and I turn in the same direction, but I will apply the same ratio here, 1/2, in order to get the shape I showed you previously. So 2 times I use the same pattern here, same notch here, whereas I go one by one on the other side.
I see.
This is 2, and first one, and the second one, I will turn the shape So first and the second. So since they have different speeds, they will get closer and closer to each other. Just as you mentioned before. 2, 1, and 2. You can see that a focal point appeared in the middle, and as we go on, this shape will get narrow and narrow as 2 points get closer to each other.
Yes, we can see that.
And when they have just 3 or 4 points between, it's time to stop, because it gets more and more difficult when the points are very close to each other. It can be tricky.
Yeah.
But you can see the pattern is almost appeared. 2
Look at
and 2, 1 and 2. So you can see that these points are getting closer and closer to each other.
that. Yes, they are.
2, 1 and 2. That's enough. So we got our pattern. Now it's time to finish and change the color.
Okay. So again, your
orange
little
and
drop of
yellow.
glue. Still can't get over how quickly this glue dries. And you really don't see it, do you?
Just the color of the string changes
Yeah,
a little bit,
just a
like
little bit
it's
dark.
Getting wet. Yes. Here it's done. Now we will make the same pattern, but we will start from the opposite side here. We turn the string around. Sorry, sometimes it's tricky. So that's it. Now we use the same glue again.
Yeah.
And we will make the same pattern on the opposite direction. So here we go. Now this side will go one by one, whereas this side will go twice for the same notch. So this is 2, 1, and second also the same point, 2. So we go on like this in order to form the symmetrical one. So we can also take care about the pattern you do first will be on the bottom. So if you want the orange to be seen more than the yellow, you do it later.
Yes, of course.
So here we go. 2, 1, and 2. So they get closer to each other, and our pattern occurs in the middle. It's really easy and practical and so relaxing. 1 and 2. 2. So you can also try 1/3 or 1/4 ratios to get different patterns. Just the idea is, if you have different speed, then the points will get closer to each other, and that forms a different pattern.
It's absolutely mesmerizing to watch.
Thank you. It's almost done. 2, and the last point. When when the angle is too close, you can get help from your finger on the top, like this. You hold the string and you place it, and then leave the string. You hold the string with your finger, place the string, So it's almost done. The last point. Now, in order to finish, I turn the string around this piece and apply the string, apply the glue. That's it. So you can use this set like this.
Absolutely amazing, Oscar. It really, really does.
Thank you.
Love those little earrings as well. The difference in the pattern there as well. Oh, do you know, we're going to have another quick recap for everybody. We'll just have a look on the website as well, of course, because that's where you're going to find everything there. All the different shapes. We've got various different kits for you today. Now, $13.99 for each one of these, remember. So affordable, isn't it? And what a lovely way to spend an evening or an afternoon or, you know, whatever time of the day, really. Now let's have a look at those shapes again, because of course we have got those different options for you. So starting with the teardrop, this is I think this is the only one that's not symmetrical actually as far as shapes go, but absolutely beautiful. And I did ask the question, if you were to flip that around, would it look just as good on the other side? Yes, of course it does. So you can decide how you want to wear these. You can decide on the colour combination. You are getting 5 different threads, of course. You're getting the earrings, you're getting the necklace kit, you're getting the instructions, you're getting the glue as well. So we can see those 3 different combinations here, but you can decide how you build these together and change those combinations. Very, very effective indeed. If you want to go for the droplet shape, it's item number 196705. There we are. Now moving on, we've got the ellipse for you next. Now we have seen the ellipse. We've seen all the shapes, I think, now, haven't we? We've seen them all. Now the ellipse, let me just show you the boards again so you can see the difference in the colour. You get the same colours in each kit, but of course that combination and how you decide to work with them does change the look. Now one of the busiest one has been the ellipse, actually. Very nice, isn't it? Again, if I just turn this around, look, on the other side, the only difference we will find, as Gaz says, is maybe a slightly smaller aperture in there, but you wouldn't really notice it, would you? Very, very effective indeed. Gorgeous. And don't forget, you can put those threads together and do almost your own variation, so blending the 2 colours together if you so wish. So item number for the ellipse is 353949. Then moving on, we've got the triangle for you. I've got a bit of a soft spot for the triangle, actually. I really do like this one. Yeah, it's a very nice shaped triangle. It's almost got curved sides, hasn't it? It's not just your regular triangle. Very nice indeed. $13.99 again, and once again, deciding on how you blend those colours together or you work with those colours individually, then that's entirely up to you. You're going to get those different effects. 780585 is the item number if you want to go for the triangle. And then, of course, we've got the circle. Now, the circle is a good one. If you think, oh, do you know, I've followed the instructions, I can see what's happening here, but maybe, you know, I might get a bit confused about where to start and stop. I think probably this is the easiest shape. I don't know, I might check this with Oscar. But the fact that being a circle, you can start on any one of those points and don't have to worry about counting, because it's a circle at the end of the day. It's the same all the way around the edge. $13.99 for this one. It still reminds me of a dream catcher, that one. 847743 is the item number if you want to go for the circle. Now, I think Oscar's got another demonstration with the circle, actually, ready to go. Oscar, we've got about 6 minutes left, if you can show us something else.
Okay, normally I didn't plan to show another demonstration, but since we have time, maybe quickly I can show you how the spiral is made. This
Oh,
one.
lovely. That would be fantastic.
So I will use yellow and orange together to make this. It's my favorite, one of my favorite patterns. So I start dividing the shape to 2 equal parts, and I turn like this, just the same way. The difference is in each 4 steps, we give 1 empty here. We skip 1 point here.
Ah, yes,
so
I
that,
see.
So we will count 2, 3, and 4, and then we skip 1 here.
Got it.
We don't. If we skip also here, they will. The distance between them always be the same, so the spiral will not form. Because we want this spiral, they will get closer and closer to each other to make this I will make one gap. I will skip one point on one side, whereas I go one by one on the other side.
Yes, yeah, we can see that clearly.
So you can see that in the middle, spiral started to form, and as they get closer and closer, the edge of spiral will move through the edge, and when they are too close to each other, like 4 or 5 points between them, we will finish our pattern.
Okay.
So you can see that the spiral is being formed in the middle. Oh, this is 5. I forgot to skip. So 3, 4, and skip 1. So I will turn it this way to hold it easier. 2, 3, 4, and skip 1. 2, 3, 4, and skip 1.
You really do get in a rhythm, don't you?
Yeah, it's like a meditation or concentration activity.
I think that everyone who's watching and listening, Oscar, is doing that with you. We're all counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1. We're all doing it.
Yeah, but I sometimes forgot to skip as I speak, and
we'll remind you if you forget. But it shows how easily you can take that apart. If just undo it around that one little tooth there. If you do forget to do that in the correct place.
Yeah, of course you can easily take it back and correct. And it's not a big deal if you skip 1 or 2. It makes the spiral longer if you do that. And the spiral is formed like this. When we apply the ratio, we skip 1 in 4 points. If you want the spiral to go further and further, a longer spiral, you can make it 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 as well.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course.
And as we go like this, 3, 4, and skip 1. That's the idea. And when they get so close, we will finish the pattern. Yeah.
Now, we're following that beautifully, Oscar. Thank you for fitting that extra demonstration in for us. That's absolutely amazing. And I'm thinking as well, just watching that, maybe, obviously with young children, don't give them the glue, but a little bit of help maybe with the glue. And this is something that children could achieve as well, counting along and threading and seeing those beautiful patterns form. Now, we are just going to have a little look at the website. Oscar, can I just ask you, I don't know, while we're just looking at the website, if you can flip your cameras so when it comes to say goodbye, we can actually see you. That would be wonderful, because it would be nice to say goodbye properly as well. Now, have a look on the website, everybody, to see all the different shapes that you've got there, the teardrop, the circles there, the eclipses there, the triangle, all come with those 5 different threads and the glue, the earrings and the necklace. And don't forget, if you look for Rope and Roll as a brand, you will find them there on our website, so you can find other items as well. There they are, Rope and Roll. Oh, we haven't got the other items on at the moment. Oh, never mind. Well, you can see everything we've got on tonight's show. Maybe next time. Now, I think, of course, Oscar's going to be very busy packing up orders. And before he goes and starts on those orders, we will say a very big thank you once again to Oscar. It's been absolutely wonderful. I've just got to mention the picture that you've got behind you there, Oscar. Have you made that as well with the same technique?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
I made it. I have some big sized also examples. I did it like 2 years ago, and I like the geometric shapes and all these shapes
It's
here.
beautiful.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
beautiful. Oh, it's been an absolute delight, Oscar. What a lovely show. Hopefully we'll have you back here soon as well. It's lovely to see you. Right from, of course, live on Skype from Turkey. What a beautiful country as well. I've been many, many times. wonderful show there. Do stay with us though. We've got another hour of the One Day Special coming up next. See you soon. Oh, wasn't that so interesting? Do stay with us though. The ladies are back. We've got, of course, The Dream is the One Day Special. Then Hayley's back with Fabric Freedom, Fabric Street. And then another hour, The Dream is.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hi, I'm Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business, and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Abs from Hochanda Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now, and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers of colours, textures and creating depth and dimension. Hochanda Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves with high quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dies, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and formats. In my shows at Hochanda, I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the Hochanda Create shows on Hochanda.
Good evening, everyone. Have you ever wanted to have a dream come true? Well, we've got a dream come true because we've got the dreamies here. We've got Hayley and Carol. Which way do I turn first? Hayley.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Lovely to see you.
You too.
Thank you very much. Carol.
I'm fine, thank you.
You
good?
are? Lovely. Yes.
You beat her.
Yeah. I did. We could play that game all night. Give me the answer before I ask you a question. That would be quite entertaining. It's lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
I know last time we did a show together, we had some fantastic demonstrations, and it's really lovely to have you here again with another one-day special.
Yeah. No, 2 in 1 month.
Wow, ladies, this is exceptional, it really is. Now, stock-wise for your one-day special, a quarter of the stock has already gone. Now, the price on your screen can be divided over monthly payments, interest-free as well. But if you're a Freedom member, you save even more. So by becoming a Freedom member today for £5.97, you'll not only get your standard delivery included on everything you purchase for a month, you'll get that extra 10% off today, making it £107.96. But let's spin that around. Let's make it even better for you because we can divide the cost. Freedom members, £35.99 today. No more, no P&P, that's it. We'll get everything sent out to you, and then there's another payment in a month's time, and then a month after that. It's interest-free, it's really easy to set up. Best way to do it is the internet. You select the one-day special, you just tick a box that says Flexi-Buy. There's no forms to fill out or anything like that, and that's it, it's done. And then we can get everything organised for you. If you're not a Freedom member, of course, you can still divide the cost over 3 payments if you want to, but I think most of you are going to go and become a Freedom member today. It's worth it. 940835. Now, let's talk you through the one-day special. You can see here we've got 4 die sets for you and some beautiful examples in the front. These are exceptional, Hayley. Do you want to talk us through these?
Yeah, so you get in 4 different types of cards that you can make, and they do all fold flat, so you can get them into an envelope and ship them if you want, or equally you could stick them all together and then put them in a really fancy box if you wanted.
Ooh,
but you could do whichever and make it a gift as well. But in each set you do get all the dies to make the card itself, and then you get lots of detail dies as well, so that you can make them really fancy if you want to. You've got flowers to embellish, and you've got sentiments in there as well.
Now, this is what your dies will cut out. I'm sure you're all aware of what a die looks like, so we thought we'd cut them out. See, I'm part of your team now. Have you noticed? I say we a lot. Have you noticed that?
That's fine.
Because 2 is now a 3. All right,
that's okay.
Now, all the scoring lines are on here as well, aren't they?
Yes, they are. So it is really simple. You do get your instructions on the reverse of the packaging. You've got a card to aim for on the front of there as well, and we have done video tutorials of everyone going together, so you can just find that on YouTube as well. But in all of the dies, you are getting lots of different elements. Like, I love the shutter sort of effect you've got on there, the stripes.
That is nice.
That's great for mail cards. Yeah,
that is beautiful.
It's just white on white.
Yeah, doesn't it look effective
It
though?
really does. And that's obviously one of the tricorn cards there, but if you then use all of the elements on a flat card, you can do that as well. You don't have to create the actual 3D kinetic cards that we've got there.
That's a great idea.
It is.
That is a great idea. So these are really versatile. Just using some of these, maybe not even in a card, maybe in a mixed media project, for example, just taking that middle part there, imagine that. You could use it as a stencil, for example.
Yeah, or you could trim away some of the edges there and just do it as a little trim on some of your cards. You could poke it in the side there, stencil through it, and use all your waste.
Put a bee on there.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, it just goes even
You had some
further.
bee stamps on earlier, so if people got that.
Ah, yes, very good. I like that. Let's take you through the rest of the boards for your one-day special. So by having these scoring lines there, it's going to make it really easy for somebody. Maybe this is their first time into card making. They've just bought a die-cutting machine. What kind of die-cutting machine would they need?
For the majority, you only need an A5, but for the largest die in there, you will need an A4.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've got all of your small elements in there as well. So if you haven't got an A4 die cutting machine yet, but you do love it, you can use the majority until you do eventually get one. But we would recommend an A4.
Yeah, perfect. And that can be manual or, of course, it can be electronic. Just to show you, I'll just pick one of them up and turn them around because you do get instructions, directions, as it were, on the back. You can, of course, watch all these shows again. They will be available for you on Rewind, but you've got all the information there. I'm sure there's plenty of information and help online, isn't there, Hayley?
Oh, there is, yeah, and you've got all our contact details, and we are only a small team, so it is us that you speak to if you've got any problems. Most of the time we know what you're on about.
Love that. Such beautiful, beautiful samples that you've made and created. I love this one with the different colours on here. Something different, something desirable, something that's going to make somebody pay attention to your card making, which means if you want to make and create and sell, is that okay to do so?
It is, yes. So we've got a full angel policy, so you can make and sell as much as you like.
Love that. Love that. If you want to go for your one-day special, remember we've been very, very busy. We had the launch hour at 6. This is the second hour. We will have repeats overnight. People join us from America and Europe, and then we're back tomorrow with some live shows. So we are aware it's a considerable purchase, but we can divide the cost for you over 3 months. So if you are into your card making and you want to do something different, we will divide your budget over 3 months so that you can get that into your basket and check on out. It also means anything else that you see on the show, if you want to add that to your basket, then you'll be able to divide the cost of that into 3 as well. Now, we've been very, very busy for our stamp set here. 3/4 of the stock already gone. This is a great set to have. If I just pick this up and turn it, let me get that right, turn it that way for you. These are great, aren't they? Great for your artist trading cards, great for your journals.
Absolutely. You've got a lot of different sentiments in there, so you can do things that are for mum, for dad, friend. You've got a lot of different family members. You've got some that are already filled out, like the cheers there. I mean, that's just a great one for maybe a man's card with a beer on it, isn't it?
It'll be good for my card if you want. I'd love a cheers.
But then you can obviously add in your family member to the centre of some of them. You've got blank ones, so if you've got small sentiments, you can pop them in a circle, and then the 2 dice, so you can either do a circle or a little lollipop and poke it in your flowers.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Could be a magnifying glass as well.
It could.
Yeah. Really like this, and you guys too do as well. £14.99. If you want to add this to your basket with your one-day special, it's only £7. Oh no, you split it through. Oh, I've got to do some math now. Oh, it'd be £5. That was easy, yeah. £5 a day, £5 in a month's time, and £5 a month after that. We are very, very busy for that set. Doesn't surprise me. It's fabulous. I love that. Right, we've got more for you on the show. I love flowers, and I think flowers on cards just look amazing. But also, you could use these on other projects as well, can't you, Hayley?
Yeah, of course you can. So you can do these in monochrome colours, maybe if you want to have just a pop of colour on one of the elements of the image, or you can do them really fancy, maybe for an arrangement for maybe a wedding card. But then the wellies, I think they're just really uplifting images, and they do work for all occasions.
Yeah, they certainly do. I'm thinking some of these maybe with embossing powder as well, because especially that one there with all of the flowers in, if you did that embossed maybe in white on craft card, how gorgeous would that look? And it means, of course, it's going to look absolutely incredible, just like this sample here. Yeah, this is lovely, isn't it? And it really picks out the detail, doesn't it, Hayley?
Do you know, when I've been colouring those, I tend to do all the flowers one colour, whereas Mum's made that one, and she adds in lots of lilacs, pinks, and different mixes of colour in there, and it really does look so pretty.
It really does. There's one sample. Let me show you another one. There you go. That's even more colour. But if you did want to just leave it monochrome black and white, just to show you one of the sample boards here, even like that, it looks great, doesn't it?
It does. You could just leave all the flowers white or tones of grey, and then maybe just have the pop of green in there, you know, and then bring your green in as your only colour on your card. You could really mix it up.
You could, and if you wanted to mask off the bottom part, then those flowers could be turned into a bush. You could have several of them on a picture or a card. So many different things that you can do. Flowers are gorgeous. They are beautiful. And we are thinking about the spring. Spring is coming. I've got a feeling. I've just got a feeling. I know we've got a bit of snow at the moment, but spring is on the way. So get in quick, get to your stamps and start creating. So you too perhaps could get ahead of the game and start selling online, or just getting some really nice cards together for Mother's Day, Easter, and maybe someone else's birthday that's coming up in the spring. Right, another set for you now. These are stamps and dies. So if you don't want to fussy cut, you've got the dies to cut them out. You can use the stamps separately if you want to. And with the dies, I guess you could use the dies separately in some of the sets.
You can, yes. So in each of the die sets, you do get the outline of the flower, so that you can use to cut out your stamps. But then you also get the detachable detail, so you can make them really fancy decorative flowers if you want to, the die cut version. Or you could just do the outline and you can just ink it up. You know, you've got 3 different options really with that sort of set.
It's a great price. Again, we're dividing the price over 2 months. So you might be thinking, right, well, my budget this month is only £25. That's what I spend every month on craft, just to keep myself stocked up and get new projects. £44.99, that's not that particular budget. Well, we'll divide that cost over 2 months. So £22.50 today. Freedom members, remember, no P&P to pay. You can get this whole set home, and it will just open up your creativity. Different flowers, mix your flowers up as well as you're building up the layers. You can see down in the dies and the stamps, but the dies in particular, if you're cutting these, you could actually mix a few of those up, so you'll be making your fantasy style flowers as well. Handmade flowers, homemade flowers, they just look fantastic on your artwork. I love that. £44.99, but of course we'll divide that cost over 2 payments. 472181 is your item number. Right, let's be positive. We like being positive. A third of the stock has gone, and I think you like being positive as well. That's why we're very, very busy. £9.99 for this. This is a great price, Hayley.
Yeah, I love this stamp set. I just think it's really nice, especially at the time that we're all going through. You know, we have to take it one day at a time, you know, not think too much of the big picture, just focus on getting through each day as it comes.
Yeah.
And I think they're great for journaling. You know, I'd stamp those just at the start of each week, just to remind myself, like, you're only doing your best, and it's always good enough.
Oh, you can't control everything, just let it be.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's
I know
I'm
a stickler for beating myself up about things I can't control. So
yeah, you know what? I think a lot of us do,
Yeah.
don't we? Life is too short to let negative people change you. Isn't that the truth? The great thing about that as well, you could actually stamp these out. Here they are all stamped out, even if you're not using them for your artwork, and just cut them up into little cards and then have them in your wallet, in your pocket. And when you're feeling down, or when you're feeling stressed, or maybe something's not going your way, just simply put your hand into the little pocket you've got, pull one out, whichever one it is going to give you that positivity and that inspiration. £9.99, 457551 is your item number, and there they are all together, and they're clear stamps, so very, very easy to place on your projects. 457551. There you go. Now we've got some paper pads for you on the show. These are beautiful, they really are. Now, the first set, you get the blushed bouquet and the flower field. So both of those for £12.99, 960 sheets.
96.
I was going to say. I was going to say 960 sheets. My
That must be
word.
really thin paper.
96.
Still good.
We will get that changed. It's 96 sheets, 48 per pad. Ignore what we say there, just for a moment. Just ignore that. These are lovely, and they're double-sided as well, which means you've got a choice of sides, but also if you're doing any kind of like folding work or anything like that, you've got a nice inside and out, like
That's
a little,
it.
if you're doing an envelope, for
Yeah,
example.
definitely. So
Yeah.
you could chop those down and put them as little envelope inserts. You've got a range of different pinks, blues and lilacs in this collection with the 2 paper pads, and they do work really nicely together, but equally you could just use each pad on its own and bring in your craft cards, your mirror boards. It really just lends itself to all types of different cards you'll have in your stash.
They're lovely. I like the little space in between as well, so you could add one of those sentiments actually if you're going for the stamp set you previously saw. They are 120 GSM, beautiful to work with, aren't they? Gorgeous. Love the colours on here, whether you're using them for a background, whether you're using them with your dies, because of course your dies will cut through these beautifully, or maybe it's just the beginning of a project. Sometimes we get a bit afraid of the white space. Well, here's a piece of paper, but it's not white. You've got a pattern on there all ready to go, so you can start to add your different imagination and your stamps to that. £12.99, 96 sheets at 471849. The bottom set is your monochrome and your fantasy flowers. I really like this set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think monochrome, you can't really go wrong. It's so easy then to just create a card. You've not got too many colours going on. You can just bring in one colour and you've just got your greys and your black and white in there. Or equally, if you wanted to mix it with the lilacs that you get in the collection as well, I think it's a nice, easy sort of starting point.
Oh, isn't that... Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely with all those feathers? That's really nice. Now, you get 48 sheets in each. How many are repeated, pattern-wise?
You get 8 of each.
Yes,
but
I'm
obviously
testing you now, aren't I? Sorry.
No,
I
it's
want to
fine.
have a look.
No, you don't. You get 12 of each.
Yes, you do.
Oh, do you know, I'm trying to think about how I was counting them out at work.
Yeah, you get 12 of each. 12 of each.
But
Sorry.
obviously, with them being double-sided, you can use 6 of each side then. That's
Yeah.
why we've done them double-sided.
Oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They really are. Look at the monochrome. Aren't they absolutely fantastic? £12.99 for the two, 043478. Even more on the website. Yeah, go and help yourself. Have a look. It's like being in a sweet shop. It's brilliant. Make sure you check out your baskets. If you want to go for the one-day special, the best value, of course, is going for all 4 together. You can buy them separately if you want to, but being able to divide the cost over 3 months, it's a great idea just to get them all at the same time. So plenty on there. We've got some MDF for you. We've also got some inks as well that you can have a look at. More dies, more stamps. And remember, if you're going for anything, that's available on FlexiBuy. You can also divide the cost of anything else that you put into your basket with FlexiBuy. It's a great way to buy from us here on Hochanda. Right, we are getting busy across the board. All I can say to you is, once it's in your basket, if you leave it there, if you're mesmerised by the demonstrations, if you leave it there for 10 minutes or more, it's got to come out and someone else might get it. We don't want that to happen, so our advice to you... Oh, I've got a halo. My advice to you... It's like a little hat, isn't it? Sorry, I am easily distracted. What was I saying? Should we just throw to Hayley? Hayley, I was just saying, check out your baskets. Right, Hayley.
Right, so I thought we didn't do any die cutting in the earlier show, so I thought I'd run through some of the more decorative dies that you get in some of the collections. So my favourite is the daisies in the tricorn card, but then this one in particular and this one in the corner here, we're going to use from the next card that I'm going to make, which is the diamond easel. So you do get some nice patterned ones in there as well. So I'm just going to run them all through at once, and they cut perfectly. But we're going to make the tricorn card, and we're going to do it in monochrome colours, and we're going to throw in some MDF in there. We're going to add a circle sentiment and do some flower making as well. But I just wanted to show you how nicely these all cut out straight away, and that you've not got to worry about passing it through a few times or anything like that. So you can just see all these bits just drop straight out.
Beautiful.
So this is like a kind of daisy head that we've got going on there.
It's almost like 1920s, like Art Nouveau, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Really like that.
Yeah. So you can see they've all just popped straight out. Just got to get the last couple out there. So that's one of the panels for the tricorn. And we're going to use this panel here. Now, the reason you'll be able to see that this hasn't cut perfectly is because I've got bits all in my die. I'm terrible, I don't clean my dies. So this is the reason that they're dirty. I ran it through just before, just so you can see.
Yeah.
But you've got lots of different floral sort of patterns on there as well, so you can really tie them in and make pockets or something like that.
Yeah, they make nice stencils as well,
They
Hayley.
would, yeah. So this is like, I think this is make a really nice corner, because obviously you get your solid outline for around it as well, so you could layer up mirror card behind there and really build that up if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're getting lots of flowers in the collection as well. But I just thought I'd show you how easily they cut out, because I know sometimes people worry like they're too detailed or something like that. Right, so I'm going to stamp one of the sentiments from the spread positivity. So the one that I'm using on the actual card is "You're doing your best and that is always enough."
Aww.
But I thought I would try a different one just so we can see. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference.
It certainly does. It certainly does. That is true.
That's it. If you wake up and you're feeling a little bit rubbish, your day's going to be rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I definitely find that.
Positive mental attitude. It's always
Yeah.
good.
Right, so this one, obviously you've got lots of different fonts in there, you've got some capitals, you've got a little bit of everything in there, and some bigger sentiments, some little ones, so they'll fit in all sorts of different projects.
Love that.
Do you know, even if you just want to practice your inking and your backgrounds, to have those positive stamps to then stamp onto those backgrounds, well, it's going to make you do it. It's going to make you finish it. It's going to make you get your paints out and just do something a little bit different, but then have that positive stamp at the end of it. I like that. Oh, by the way, 40% of the stock has gone of that particular stamp set. Still got the halo.
Right, so I've got my base card here. So this is from the Diamond Easel. So this is the panel that you cut out, and you've already got 2 score lines on it. So you can just fold it at one point there, and then fold it at the next point as well. And like I say, it's all explained on the packaging, so you've not got to worry at all. But I'm just going to layer in some of my panels. So you do get lots of different layers to cut out so they'll fit perfectly. So I'm just inking the edge, just using my slate dinky inkies, just to lift up the white from the black there. Just go all the way around. And obviously you can go further in with your inking if you want to, it's completely up to you. So that panel is going to go onto the base there.
Now,
and
if
then
you didn't have an ink pad, Hayley, you could use, if you had like a chisel tip alcohol marker or pen,
Yeah.
you could take that around the edge as well.
You could, yes. I was watching a show earlier, I think it was the Pearlywinks show.
Yes.
And I don't know the lady's name.
Donna.
And she was just using the ink pad just to do the edging, and obviously you can do that as well. So whatever ink pads you've got. Right, so I've got the panel here that we just cut, and I've cut this from the monochrome paper pad, and I've just layered it onto some solid black there, just on the back, so it's solid all the way through. So we won't see the white, but we've got the black showing through. So then that can layer onto there, and we can pop this into the bottom of the card. So you can see they're all designed so they fit perfectly. You've not got to worry about it at all. And if I was sending this, I'd have my message on this area here.
Yeah.
So that's why I've left that white.
There's something quite medieval about that particular look that you've got
there.
There
is, yeah.
Like a grate. It's great, but also like a grate system from the medieval times.
Yeah, I can see that.
A portcullis, is that what I mean? It's... No, I'm thinking more like the little metal tiles in the floor that they used to have in ye olde days. Like in a castle.
Right. So then you also die cut one of the layers. So this is similar to the white one, so I've just cut it out of black. And then that is going to lay over the top of your shaped part. So that's going to create your easel there. So when you're doing this, you only want to pop adhesive on the bottom half. So just remember that while you're constructing. So then we can overlay this onto the base card there. And then as I lift that up, we're going to put a stopper there, and that's going to create the diamond easel there. Right, so then I'm going to add this layer on again. So we've got the same matching detail. Now, if you did want to be really precise, which I don't think I ever really am, you can pop glue onto a piece of card or something and spread it a lot thinner than I am. But I tend to just skimp, I do. And just hope it stays.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll pop that down. But obviously, if you maybe did this onto double-sided double-sided sticky adhesive or something, you could put glitter all in that area. Yeah. You could do all sorts. And obviously, remember your waste as well. Whatever you're taking out, you can use those elements.
Of course, in like a shaker card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I've just added a bit of ink around my sentiment, but I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more, just so it's a little bit rougher. And don't forget, those inks have all got sparkle in as well, so they were on earlier.
Yes, they are available to buy. Let's bring the details up just in case you want them. You like the demonstration, you're thinking, oh, I'd love to go for those ink pads. You get the ink pads and the re-inkers, £36.48. You're saving £26 on that. So now's a very, very good time to pop those into your basket. And again, if you're going with the one-day special or something else that's available on FlexiBuy, you can divide the cost of that into 2 as well, which is a great way again to buy from us. It works out to be something like £18.22 or something like that, and then another payment in a month's time if you're going for a flexi basket item. So that is a great investment, and that's worth popping into your basket. Back to Hayden.
Right, so I've just added my sentiment onto the card there. So I've laid it up onto a piece of black card as well. So if I just spin that around for you, you'll be able to see. So that is going to be the focal point there, and we're going to add a little stopper just here and then embellish with some of the flowers. So you do get the flowers in the die collection as well. So I'm just going to lift this and just position a piece of black card where I want my stopper to be. Now the reason that I've done that is because then I can flatten it out and I can layer all my flowers up onto here as a stopper, and then I can add my flowers around the edge as well, and I've just got a bit of a base to put that onto. So I've just got some plain white ones and some little diddy flowers there just from the monochrome paper pad. They've been cut out, and I've just inked the edges a little bit there. So I'm just going to layer two together. I'm not going to give them too much shaping, just because I don't think this flower really needs it. It's kind of got frilly edges, so it just sort of, it's detailed enough.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to offset the petals there. There we go. Press that in the middle. And I'm just going to add this as my centre point for my stopper there. Then I'm just going to add a couple of little ones as well. Just lift those up a little bit with my ball tool.
It's nice to have that white on there because then it matches the frame that's going around the base part of the card, and it just pops a little bit.
It does, yeah. Sometimes I think you do need either a black or white layer, depending on what colours you're using, just to make it pop a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So
And maybe a little mustard colour on there, you know, like in the centre of those flowers.
that would be really nice,
like black in
wouldn't
the
it?
middle and then mustard on the outside.
Right, so as we're layering this up, so I'm using one of the MDF embellishments, so we've got to pick a mix of these, which is really exciting.
Yeah, we'll bring the details up. Head to the website because there's lots of options of these available to you. 173736, that's your item number, £9.99, and you can choose any three. Those dream catchers are gorgeous, aren't they? The feathers are beautiful. You've got those lovely fairies. You've got the alphabet, that font is fantastic. And then you've got, oh, look at that, your nautical theme. And then you've got your, I like that, your friends and your numbers. And that is a fairy door. I thought it was an iron for a moment. I just had to turn my head to the side. Well, I thought, you know, soft crafters. My favourite, the jigsaw puzzle. You've got your camper van and a bunny.
Yeah, it's a Nordic gnome with little bunny ears.
Ah, I see. I was just trying to work. I thought, is that? Yes, I get that. Little, yeah, lovely. £9.99. Head to the website and you can choose any three. That's excellent value for money.
It really is, especially when you consider how many different elements you'll get on a sheet. But I've just used the folk heart, so I've just coloured it in black. So I've used acrylic paint here. We do have some pens that we'll be bringing at some point, but you can obviously use any acrylic paints that you've got, your gilding waxes, whatever you fancy on there. You can use your white gesso and then add your sparkle inks as well if you want to.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to pop this just to the side and just tuck it a little bit behind my sentiment there. And then I'm going to build some more flowers, and that's just kind of an added embellishment really. It's not something that I'm worried about drawing people's eyes to, but it's just on there. And I mean, if you wanted to maybe put a little magnet on the back of your MDF embellishments, you could then make them detachable.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. You can use them as little fridge magnets.
Yeah, especially like maybe a number or the little fairies or something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you're a mum or something, you could put some of the little fairies on the fridge and let your little children play or something like that.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Or even the fairy door, you could layer all that up and then make a different one on your fridge.
That would be a good idea, yeah. Fairy doors are very popular at the moment, aren't they?
They are,
Lots of people have got them in their home, just, you know, either in the children's bedroom or just outside. A little door. I wonder where all the fairies go.
I can remember, they're quite expensive, aren't they? Some of the fairy doors. You know, like if you buy kits to make your own, like you could sell them on for quite a profit, because people do pay a lot for them.
They do, especially, pre-made, pre-decorated. It's a good business to be in.
But then also, you know, the alphabet and the number MDF embellishments, if you're personalising, you can take them once we're allowed to do craft shows and personalise for people, can't you, while you're there?
Idea. I think, and if you're selling them online, somebody will be like, I need a new door for the house, and then they'll go, there's a fairy-style door, and then when they get it, it'll be tiny. The first thing I bought online
did many years ago from a certain website was a trifle. Yeah, it was a plastic trifle, and we were just trying out spending money online. It was a very long time ago, and the picture, it was like a huge trifle. We thought, oh, that would look really cool on the side in the kitchen, you know, something. And it came and it was like 1 inch high. Perspective, always a good thing.
Oh, I'm terrible for doing that. Every single time that I'm trusted to order something, you can guarantee I've ordered the wrong size. And it's like a running joke, though, because it happens every time without fail.
Does it?
And they say to me every time, Mum and Jimmy, oh, why don't you read it? I'm like, I do read it. Clearly I read it. Wrong.
Aww.
Right, so I'm just going to add some white pearls just into the centres of the flowers. So these are, I think they're an end of call deal, so you can pop some pearls on if you wanted to. So these ones are just white AB, but we have got pink, and I think we've got mushroom in there as well. Just adding these as an extra little bit of bling on there. And I think in the pots you do get 225, so across the 3 collections you do get a lot of pearls for your money.
Oh,
I forgot my pearls in my little flowers on my stopper, but I'll add some in.
I really like that. That is lovely.
Folds flat. If you obviously don't put too many deep flowers in there, you can ship it pretty affordably.
Isn't it? It's so beautiful, and with that monochrome look to it as well, with the different tones that you've used in there, it's absolutely gorgeous with the heart and the flowers. Absolutely fantastic. Those are dies from your one-day special that we're getting very busy for. The set of 4, that's the best way to buy them because it gets you your discount. And if you are a Freedom member, it's even bigger discount for you because you get an extra 10% off. That discount as a Freedom member turns into, we'll spin that around, £64. That's a big saving. It is. Think of all the things you could buy with that extra £64 now that is back in your pocket. 3 payments of £35.99 gets you all 4 die sets to build and create some beautiful cards. It really is going to make a difference. You know, if you've been sending cards to people for years, you send the cards, they look beautiful, you get your compliments, but now you're going to take it further. You're going to take it to the next level. And it's going to be easy to do so because you're going to get the dies to help you cut out and create these particular cards. So you get your die, you place it through the die cutting machine, and with the instructions that come included, you can start to make some amazing cards. That is beautiful. And then with all the lovely cardstock that's around at the moment and your inks to start building, you can actually personalise your cards to a colour scheme to the person that you're sending them to, which is absolutely fantastic. 940835 is your item number. You can buy them individually, however, buying them as the set gets you that discount, and being able to divide the cost over 3 payments, 3 months, means we're taking into consideration your budget each month for your crafting. 940835, that's your item number. Now, something we're extremely busy for. 80% of the stock is gone, 80% already gone. It does mean there's 20% left for you, so get right in there, put these into your baskets and check out whilst we've still got them. £14.99. I don't think they'll be here in the morning. Remember, we do have the repeat shows overnight, and 80% of the show has gone. Now let me spin that the right way. Oh, I got it the right way first time. That's amazing. Cheers, cheers, cheers. You make me happy. You did it. Just to say, you've got hugs and kisses to the best, and then you can put in boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, not all at the same time. Well, I don't know, you might want to. It's up to you. With love, I love you, thank you, and then you can put something in there, and then thank you. You've got happy birthday, huge congrats. Oh, yes, you are lovely. Sorry, I thought that was my director saying I was lovely then. All I heard in my ear was, you are lovely. Now, I blushed a little bit. And then I realised that was one of your sentiments, girls. What can I say? What can I say? It's a great set. 80% has gone, though. £14.99, 595520. Right, we've had the demonstration from Hayley. Let's head over to Mum. Let's head over to Carol. What are we going to have a look at, Carol?
Right, we're going to make this one now. So it is a bit of a statement piece, I would say, but I'll show you how you can do it and fold it flat and obviously not put all these flowers on. Oh. So if you want to do something and you want to post it and it's not going to cost a lot, then obviously don't put as many flowers on. Put something flat on. But that is the one that we're creating. So this one is the trifold pop-up. So this is the dies that you want to be cutting out. So I've cut that one out. You get your score lines, and then you want to be cutting 2 of that particular die out. So I've put my tape on ready. So that one's going to go onto there. So we've got the scallop following round here. That one is going to go onto there. So that one will be, I would say, upside down, if you like, the wrong side of the die cut. But then when we've done it, this is going to fold around there and create the corner. Okay, so I have put double-sided tape on. If I was doing it at home, obviously I would do it with wet glue.
Is that your preference? Does that make it stick better?
It makes it stick better, but just for TV, I want it to stick quick, you know, not pick it up and it's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do this first then. So you've got your score lines to go with. So you just mat it up to that. And then if we just fold this back on itself. Let me say you've got all your score lines there. I will fold this one as well. And then we'll fold it outwards again. So if you do all your folding first, you can use your bone folder as well if you want to. But this is, if you matted all your things onto here, then to fold it flat, obviously, you can just do it like that.
Yeah.
It would go in a card.
Yes.
As long as you don't put too much in it.
Yeah.
But when you open it, you wouldn't think it would come to that, would you, really?
Do you know, when you look at that and all the pieces on it, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and all the dies that come with it, you can do so much with it. What I want to show you first is, because I've not cut anything out in the first show, I want to just show you how I've cut this one out. It is dead simple, but it will stay in your card as well if you want it to. But
now that particular die that you're cutting out at the moment, that's one with the rose, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I've just got a cut out here. And what I like about this is you can use it in the building of this beautiful card, which will make it look different each and every time with the different colours of cardstock. But I was thinking you could also use that as a corner pocket maybe for your journals.
Yeah.
So you could slip something in there. If I actually took this and turned it that way for you, you see what I mean now? That could be a side pocket in your journal, and you could just slip a little card in there, maybe one of the positivity stamps that we've got on a little card. Wouldn't that be lovely as a present? So that's a really nice idea. So very versatile, aren't they, Carol?
They are very versatile. So this is the one, obviously, that I've just cut out. So how nice that cuts out.
Beautiful.
But also you could ink through that as well if you wanted to. But what I'm doing at home is saving all the little bits, especially the leaves.
Oh,
because we've not got any leaves in these dies.
Yeah.
But use those for your embellishments on your flowers.
Oh, great idea.
And I'm also saving all the little tiny bits, you know, like this.
Yep.
So that at one point I've saved some pink out of here, and then if I cut it in white, and then I can put the pieces back in, like paper piece it back in.
Yes.
If you cut it out of white and I've saved the pink, you can put like a pink rose in there.
That's a good idea.
So, you know, think of it that way as well, not just a die that is going to cut your triangle out with a rose in. Right, so what we're going to do then, we're going to just get this onto here now. So this is all cut out, ready. Your sizing is everything you need it to be. We don't have to mess about with anything and cutting it out and making sure it's the right size. That's the beauty with dies. They do everything for you. And if you've got a quick card to make, I'm not saying this one's particularly quick, but you could make a quick flat card if you wanted to, you know, if you've got to do one quickly and somebody's popping round for it or whatever.
And being able to make and create and sell, Carol, it just takes your creativity to a next level. You know, you can charge more.
That's right.
For special occasions, stationery.
And we don't mind that at all. That's what we create our products for, that people can buy them and make some money back to buy more crafting stuff. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Right, so I've got these two ready as well. So these are going to pop onto here, just like that. So that's in my background bit. So we'll just pop that on with the go-to glue. I think we've got the glue on the show as well.
Yeah, please go and have a look for that, because it could be a one-stop shop for you tonight. So you can have a look for the glue, you can have a look for the inks, you can have a look for the stamps. It's all there on the website. And if you've got access to a smartphone, if you've got an Apple phone, or if you've got an Android phone, you can download the app for
free. It doesn't cost anything, and then you can watch us. You can watch the shows on rewind, so you can watch the ladies again. You can do that on your tablet as well. So when you get your dies home, when you get your stamps home, you can then craft along with Carol and Hayley. Now, the interchangeable circle sentiments, the stamps, let me just pick these up. We are approaching limited stock. I don't want you to miss out on these. They've been extremely popular. You get the 2 dies as well, so that you can cut out those circles, and you've also got a lollipop or even looking glass style die there as well. We're very busy. We've got people joining us from Europe. Hello. And we've got people joining us from America as well. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you guys as well. So yes, limited stock. Approaching limited or limited? Approaching very near limited. Very nearly limited. Right.
Just bear in mind, I've not put glue right on the corners of these, so that's why it's popping up.
Okay.
So now I've got one of the scallop bits that's in the same die set and the square that's going to go on top. So you've got everything in here to create all your card. Right, so that's that. So then that is going to go over there. Now, what I would recommend, if you want to send this in an envelope, and, you know, not make a box for it, put either a magnet under there and on there, or some Velcro, so that when you the person takes it out, it can,
take that off.
Okay. Right, so then we'll just add this onto here then. So this is another one of the square bits. So just add that onto there. And then I've created the easel part. So what I've done with that, I've put the die just over where I've folded it there. And then obviously it's not cut through. So that is going to create my easel. So that is created from that same die.
So open that up again.
What it's done, Janice, is from that die cut, I've cut that on the fold. There. So then, because it's not cut round all of the scallop, that enables that to be
Do you know
like
what
that.
I'm thinking now? Because you've
Another
got
little card.
It could be another little card, or it could be like a ticket. Because it's perforated, isn't it?
Yeah, you
so
could
you could
do it.
rip that off. Or if you made several of those. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine.
If you made several of those, you could get some like string. You could make a little journal book.
Yes, you could.
These dies are going even further.
And just imagine you've got all the different sizes. So that's it. I think there's a smaller one than this one. So yeah, you can do.
Fabulous idea, Carol.
And then so obviously this is how I'm creating the easel that is going to sit in there. So this one then is going to sit onto there. So
I'm being told, Carol, we're just about to sell out of the circles. So if you want to get these into your basket right now, the race is on. Check out your baskets. Make sure you get them. These have been very, very, very popular.
They are so nice.
595520. They're lovely, aren't they?
They are.
Really, really are. So
yeah.
In danger of going, get it into your basket and check on out. And if you know someone that might like one, get them one as well before they go.
Right, so then I've just popped this little bit of square paper on there. So obviously I've cut that out with the die again. So this is creating the easel part now that is going to sit in the centre. Obviously you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You could put something in like this green one here.
Yep.
That one has got the welly inside.
I'll pick that one up for us. Let me pick this. Oh, this is lovely. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Now your Wellington boot there is from the Happiness Bloom stamp set. What a fabulous idea! And that, if I just turn that around to give, it's like giving away. I'm going to get higher. Don't worry. I'm just trying to get that angled right. There you go.
Yeah.
There
so I've just left a flap on the bottom.
Yeah.
When I've cut
and that just holds it up.
Yeah.
Like so. Look at that. Amazing. Love that. Love that. That is a
that
really
would be nice
card.
for a gentleman, wouldn't it, that does gardening?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, anyone that does gardening.
Well, anybody, yeah.
Someone starting an allotment or just about to start digging their own garden. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Love that.
Right, so I'm just stamping one of the sentiments now. So this is from the positivity one. So just stamp that onto a little bit of card. Then we're going to put some foam pad onto here. And that will then raise up a little bit. I probably won't put all the pearls on I've got on the main one, Janice, because it is a lot of pearls on there.
Yeah. And I guess that could be preference. You could
Oh
use
yeah,
pearls,
yeah, of course.
you could use...
it could use anything.
Yeah.
Right, so then if we get this onto here, I'll just pop that onto there. So this is going to be the easel. So this is going to pop onto there. Okay, and then I am going to glue this now, simply because I want you to see it actually finish. But same as I say, you could put a magnet or Velcro in there. So that is the actual card coming together, okay? And then we're just going to get this onto the bottom. I think I'm running out of my glue, but we'll be fine. So then I'm just going to pop that in the centre of there. So then that has created that. And then I've just got this as the stopper then. So we'll just pop some foam pads on here. You could do with your foam pads on here just to hold it up a bit, because it has got to be the stopper.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't absolutely just fall.
So that
flat.
little piece of card there really needs to step up.
That's right, yeah. So that's why I've put in one on each piece of that, and then we're just going to move that back, find out where we want our stopper roughly. There we go, and then that will hold that there like that.
And
then.
you can fold that flat.
You can't. Oh, that one.
Yep.
That one in the centre. Yes.
Yep.
So if you did that and not
Yep.
put glue where I've put it under
Yes.
there and put your magnets on, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to post that.
That's right. Yeah. So
Lovely.
then we probably won't get all the flowers on, but if I can just show you.
Sure.
So I've stamped, or I will be stamping, one of the larger flowers I'm using, the butterfly and the leaf. So I've just stamped them onto there. So what I wanted to show you is the actual Dinky Inkies, because the green for me in this particular one for these leaves is quite dark. So, oops, I wanted to lighten it up a bit. So I've just took a bit of the green, a little bit of the yellow, and then it makes it a lighter green. So with your Dinky Inkies, don't forget you can actually mix them to get either a lighter or a darker green, or, you know, lighter or darker yellow or anything, you know, so mix your colours and see what you come up with. You can leave it in like a palette or something, or on a tile, and it will stay like that. And then also with, let me just swap over to this, because this is the flower that I need.
There's a nice pink. Now we've got the details on the screen at the moment for your Dreamy Shades of Sparkle ink and, is it Rainka? Re-inker, sorry, of course it's Re-inker.
Yeah.
Collection. I thought you'd gone all Scandinavian on us. £36.45, saving £26. So that is a great deal. So you get your re-inkers and you get those lovely shades of sparkle as well.
Right, so I've just got, I think this is the Vintage Rose one. So I've just got a little bit, watered it down a little bit on my brush. I think we've got these on the show as well, Janice, the water brushes.
The water brushes, yeah, they'll be at the end, of course. So when
That's
you're checking
right,
out
yeah.
your baskets, it'll give you an option. They're so handy to have, and it just makes it so easy when you've got the water in that reservoir of the brush already.
Right, so this is what I've got here. So I've got all my flowers that is going to go around the corner there. We might not put, are we all right for time, or?
Time-wise, we've got 6 minutes left.
Oh, right.
6 minutes
We
left.
probably won't put them all on then, because you know, we can see how it's going to end up if we put them all on, but we might just put a few on. Right, so just bending those up a little bit with my...
We'll put the details for the flowers, the stamps and die collection, £44.99. And that means you can stamp out, just leave them like that. You can cut them out if you want to, and you can stamp and cut them out, so you don't have to fussy cut them. It's a great collection to get. 2 payments of £22.50 makes it affordable. When I say affordable, it means you can divide the cost over 2 months. You, of course, will decide what's affordable or not, but it does give you a chance to get things in your basket and divide the cost into 2 interest-free payments. 472181. So if you don't have any stamps for flowers or dies, let this be your collection that you use throughout this year and beyond.
Right, so we're just adding some of the pink pearls now. So these are the AB ones, which are on, I think they're end of call again, aren't they?
Yes, they will.
So I've just popped one in each of those. There's my leaves as well, so I'm going to cut these down just so we get a little bit poking out. So if you can bear with me, if I can just have it this side. I'm going to put a little bit of the sisal on as well, so we just pop a little bit of
and we also have
glue.
Is it the
It's the adornments, yeah,
yes,
that collection.
It comes with the green moss and the natural moss. There you go.
Yeah.
£12.99, and they're very, very handy to have, just to add that detail. 393673, that's the item number, and only £12.99. How much do we get? Because from that you get 10 grams of each of the moss and 15 grams of the, is it thistle? Thistle.
Sisal.
Sisal.
We say sisal, but it might be sisal.
Sisal, as in sausage. Sisal.
Yeah.
Sisal
sausage.
sounds nice. Sisal, I like that.
So I'm just adding the larger flower, what I've just done, just into the centre, just to add that little bit of a something to look out there, if you like. And then I'll just pop a few of these on, just so we've got some. But obviously you can see out of the main card,
yeah,
I did put that all the way round. So just pop 3 of these on each side.
So if you wanted to send this one in the post, you would not glue the base. You would just put like
don't glue. That's
put
right.
Magnet. Great.
Yeah, fridge magnet. A magnet on the bottom, whatever that bottom
and
one,
then that would keep it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then obviously the person who receives it.
If and when we can, if you wanted to hand deliver it,
yes,
you could put it in a box. Now we've got less than 4 minutes left on the show, so it's a good idea to start checking out your baskets and make sure you get what you want, especially if you want the circle stamps, because they are very, very, very limited. We have repeat shows throughout the night. People join us from America, so when we go to sleep, someone in America is waking up, which means we just keep going throughout the night. And then we're back live in the morning, and the ladies will be back at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and 4 o'clock. That's the final live hour, but the one-day special price will be available all the way through until 6 o'clock. Will we get there with the stock? We're proving to be very, very busy, so we'll have to see.
Right, so I'm just going to add another couple of pearls just on this centre bit. But obviously you can bling it open as much as you want. But that is just for time. I've just added those, but this is the original one. Yes. And obviously the more pearls and things you put on it, it does look a bit more elaborate.
Yeah,
but,
they look beautiful. You can see both of those together. How adorable are they? Thank you so much, Carol.
You're welcome.
That was lovely. Right, we're 30% gone of your one-day special. There's lots of dies in here combining to make those fabulous cards, but you can use those dies separately to build and create other designs as well. And that's why these are really handy, really useful dies to have in your crafty stash, because it means you get to make all of those wonderful cards, but you also get to use all of the elements to build and create other designs as well, which is a great way, of course, of using your dies. I mean, these are really, really special, especially when you decorate them. If you want to go for the extra sizzle, yes.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Hayley, I really like this die down the side that you've got that lattice. Isn't that beautiful?
It really is. It reminds me of the little shutters you get on a window.
Yeah.
And I just think white on white, it's really nice. But especially if you maybe put silver mirror board behind it with black or something.
Good. How about getting some ribbon and putting it through?
Oh, you could,
Getting the ribbon up through 1, over 3, down in again, up and down. That would look really nice.
Oh, you could do a couple of different ribbons and make it like a basket weave.
Oh, you could. Or maybe we could do that tomorrow. There's an idea, everyone. I really like this one as well. This particular shape, very popular at the moment. Which way? Further? That's right, they want it further away from me. So you don't, it's just so you don't see my big nose at the side like that. That's very distracting. And that chin. I was teased about both of them at school, but never mind. Never mind. But
But I like this one as well because you've got that honeycomb.
Yeah, it's a really usable one, especially the honeycomb, like you say, with bees and things like that. And there's some bees in the happiness blooms, so they work really nicely with that as well.
Yeah, they do. All the different sorts of cards that you can make, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, if we just open that one up, look at that. Friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things. Oh, isn't that lovely? And that's a really nice, I mean, if I've got the die here just to show you. You've got your die to cut that out. It's really easy to do, and you get all the instructions on the back as well. Your one-day special, Freedom members, you get the extra 10% off, taking your saving up to £64. The price is divisible into 3 interest-free payments. Ladies, Carol, Hayley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, never a chore. Have a lovely night.
Yes.
Safe journey back to wherever you're staying.
Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another live hour at 8 o'clock.
We will.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, yes, don't go anywhere. Check out your baskets, but stay where you are because we've got Fabric Freedom coming up with, what is it, Last Minute Hayley West? Hayley Smith. Fabric Freedom. Fabric Street coming up.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan and I bring Spellbinders products here to Hochanda. Spellbinders are an American-based company and they have been in the industry for well over 15 years. Spellbinders have always brought us dies with stunning detail, but today you will find tools, dies and stamps within the Spellbinder range. What I love about Spellbinders is their partnership with licensed designers. This always keeps my creativity flowing. I hope to inspire you with lots of hints and tips on how to use your Spellbinder products. So join us for the Spellbinder shows here on Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player or Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Hochanda channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select Settings. Select your network and select Setup Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or the bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Hochanda app. Simply press the home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the channel store. At the top of the channel store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the added channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Now scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the star button on your remote. You can then use the arrow buttons to move Hochanda to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it. You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm Paula.
And together we are Julie Hickey Designs. We formed our partnership after many years of friendship, after both of us being in the craft industry for well over 20 years.
We have a great partnership. I do all the day-to-day business side and Julie does all the designing.
Our range of stamps and dies are made to the highest quality. Our stamps are the deepest etch that are available and they are made in the UK. And they give you beautiful, clean, crisp impressions every time, and our dies cut like a dream. The thing I love to do most is to share my ideas, hints and tips with you, the Hochanda viewers, so I can inspire you to pick up a stamp and get creating. So be sure to tune in for the Julie Hickey Design shows
on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Vicky. We are the Stamping Sisters
from Stamp Addicts. We started our family-run business in 1992 when we were importing rubber stamps from the USA.
But now we design and manufacture them all here in-house in our shop in Bedfordshire.
We make grey rubber stamps and we make them as deeply etched as we possibly can so that you can use them in many different ways.
On our shows on Hochanda, we like to give you lots of different techniques to use with the stamps, different ways that they can be used and ideas.
We hope that we can inspire you to get out your stamps and have a play. Look at all the different designs we've got. We've got Christmas, we've got scenic, we've got cute and furry. There's something for everyone.
Make sure you don't miss the Stamp Addict shows
on Hochanda.
Good evening, how are you? Yes, our final live hour here, not forever, and not my final live hour. Well, actually, it
For
could
tonight?
be. It could be my final live hour, the way I'm going tonight. Oh, there's
I'm
Hayley.
not reading the numbers, so you'll have to stay.
So, are we calling you last minute Hayley Smith?
No, I've always been Standby Smith.
Standby Smith, not last minute.
That's it, that's what I do.
There you go.
That's how I roll.
Go. There you go.
Standby Smith.
Well, you know, to me,
somebody's not turned up. Can you come in?
No,
that's what I do.
Listen, we love having you here because you're a wealth of knowledge on fabrics, and you
And I always
bring
turn
us.
up. Bonus.
And you are. And you are.
I always turn up.
Yeah, you always. That's true. Yeah, yeah. You're always here.
Always here.
You're always here.
Some stuff, you know.
Which is great, which is lovely. But you do bring us some lovely fabrics, and you do have a wealth of knowledge. So if you do have any questions and you'd like to email in, it's studio@hochanda.com. And also, if you've got any makes that you would like to show Hayley, maybe you want, maybe it's like show teacher.
Because all the fabric just disappears.
Yeah, and we'd like,
we
we'd
never
like
see what happens. So send us some stuff in.
Yeah, send us some pictures. It is studio@hochanda.com. Our producer and director are standing by, and they would love to take those pictures for you. Right, let's start with our first selection. Now, these are 1 metre by 63 inches, and I adore these.
So these
You've
are
got 3 colourways here. You've got sulphur, your teal, and your grey. Aren't these lovely, Hayley?
Yeah, these are really, really nice. And that extra wide back that you can get, the 160 centimetres, that means that if you're using them for the back of a quilt, no joints. So you can get these as multiple pieces. You are getting 1 metre by 160 centimetres as the individual piece. But if you do want to multi-order them, say you had a larger quilt you were doing and you wanted to multi-order them so you could get a bigger piece, then you absolutely can. You just need to pop 2 in your basket and you'll get it cut as a continuous piece.
I really like this fabric. I like the way that the white in the centre of that, well, we'll call it a geometric shape, the stars, really pops, doesn't it?
I mean, you can see stars in there, but you can also see your triangles and hexagons as well. So this one works really well if you've been doing your hexagons and your English paper piecing, because you can kind of see that hexagonal pattern echoed within it.
So across there, yeah, so hexagonal, diamonds, triangles. Oh, I'm focusing on the triangles now. Oh, it's like a magic eye, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can see a lot within this, and it works really, really well with your EPP stuff, especially if you're doing your equilateral triangles and your half hexagons and your hexagons. Works fantastically.
And you know the dots in the middle?
As a backing for that.
When you look at those as well, because you've got the offshoots of the white, it almost looks like it's not a circle, but they're like mini stars.
Yeah. Very, very good. Very nice fabric, and a really nice one to be able to back things with as well.
Do love that. Very, very on trend. So you've got the geometric shapes, but you've also got what seems to be one of the most popular colours for interior designs this year. Now, sulphur is the most popular option we have right now. So your $11.99 will be for one of the fabrics, but you're more than welcome to go.
Filled the one that was on the top.
I know, but that was my favourite one, and that's the one I wanted to show. There.
Right, she made a right song and dance at the beginning of this hour about how she wanted all the ends at the bottom to match up.
She's the cat's mother.
Yes, and look at the state of it now. Look at the state.
Excuse me, I think you'll find...
I think you'll find the yellow ones dingling right down the bottom. Dingling.
Well, that
yes.
will dangle and dingle no more. So
There. Okay.
that's. I used to call the base of my nose a dingleberry. Still do, really. Limited edition. Beautiful fabrics. All you need to do is choose which one you want. £11.99. Let's move on to the next set. I really like the colours in here.
Yes, and a really useful pattern as well, because it's like a spot, but not a spot.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more irregular, which makes it a little bit easier to sew, because sometimes if you've got, you know, spots or dots in kind of regimented lines and patterns, then if they're cut slightly off, then it makes it quite difficult to sew and get it matched up and looking right. But because these ones are kind of a little bit offset, they're quite tight, and it's not a complete circle, it's more like a little teardrop pattern in there. A really, really useful one. And a nice small pattern as well, so really good for your bindings, your edgings, your sashings, all of that as well.
Now, colour-wise, I believe this one is your mango. Then you've got your charcoal. Then you've got your gold flame. And then you've got your teal. Beautiful.
That's made me want to eat mangoes now.
I know. Wherever mango I go. I don't know why I said that.
Is it just really late and you've like gone weird?
Why did I say that?
Is it like the gremlins where you can't feed them after a certain time? And,
It is,
you know,
it is.
And that's happened, and this is what we end up with.
No, I'm just trying to be clever with my words. Mango, as in man, go. Wherever man go, I go. But it's just a weird thing to say. I know it is. I know it is.
Maybe do some numbers instead then.
Yes, £11.99, saving £3, 571 407. Lots of numbers there. If you do want a bigger piece, just order more than one. Some great prices, beautiful fabrics, different fabrics as well. All 100% cotton?
Yes, yes, yes. And all quilting weight cotton as well.
Fantastic. Right. Moving on. We have got your limited edition paisley. Now these are absolutely gorgeous. You get 2 half meters, and you can go for the pink or the grey. So you've got your 2 tones in the pink. So you get both of those, or you get both of the grey. And so that's 2 pieces of the pink, 2 pieces of the grey. If you want both, then you just put both into your basket, and it will be double the price of £11.99. These are limited edition. They look very, very posh and like a limited edition fabric.
Classic, and
it
kind of never goes out of style. So these will work with a lot of different things. And what you've got there is you've got your positive and your negative as well. So you've got your dark burgundy background with your pink on the top, and then vice versa. And with the grey, again, you've got the dark background one and the light background one. So you can either work them together really nicely, maybe just add a plain in there. Either of those you could put a white with, and you could be away with an instant project.
Love that. So the you've got the smaller pattern in the paisley, like the paisley leaves and the flowers. And then you've got the paisley pattern here, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Great, I think, for... I don't like to use masculine and feminine, but it's just a terminology we use in craft.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of these in this kind of pattern in shirts and things, so absolutely for that. But really nice for linings, for back. I mean, it's a bit too nice, to be honest, to be a lining.
A nice cravat?
Yes,
maybe?
why not?
Yes, I would love a cravat. Which colour would I go for? I think
I see you in the burgundy for some reason.
Yeah, do you know what?
I don't know if it's because it matches your shirt.
How about the light grey cravat? You know,
no, I think those pinky options will go better with the current shirt you have on.
Maybe the burgundy. Let's have a look at the burgundy.
Burgundy with your shirt, I think.
It's a smaller pattern, so it depends. Sometimes I'm not good with small.
How big your neck is.
Well, it does. You know, they keep telling me to pull my neck in, so it must be big. Oh, actually, yeah, burgundy's quite
with that shirt.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I'm not going to go over my microphone. Don't worry. But that would. Let me just move back. I know I have, but look. Hello.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a cravat, though. You could just make, you know, kind of lightweight scarves. Remember, we talked in the earlier hour about your face masks and things.
Sorry. What?
That would be if you wanted a nice coordinating one for your.
Oh, hello.
If you wanted a coordinating one for that particular shirt, that would be a nice option. Once you're finished.
Sorry, I'm just lost in my own world here.
But you've got to do the numbers. because I don't do the numbers.
I love it. Yeah, I'll do some numbers. But it's nice to see how the fabrics are. And, you know, when I was 5 years old, all I wanted was a tie and a tank top. That's all I wanted, a tie and a tank top. It does explain a lot. I love wearing ties and bow ties, but I can never buy them.
I enjoy a good tie.
Piece of elastic on.
I enjoy a good tie.
Yeah, with a piece of elastic on. So I do my collar like that and a little tie, piece of elastic. If anyone wants to make me one, not that I'm asking you to. Yeah, I'd have a real tie, but I can't tie it.
That's easy enough.
I just want one on a piece of elastic. Anyway, anywho's, you've got
just
the
don't start off with a
paisley.
complicated one. That's all I'd say. Just
complicated
tie. Not,
No.
the ties get dead complicated because there's lots of different knots you can do.
Yeah, no, I just do a little.
Dead easy one, just like the standard school tying tie. Knot.
Standard. That's me. Right, if you want your
Standard
paisley,
Janice.
$11.99. Well, true. Just. Oh, I could tell you something that somebody said about me once. They said, she might be a plain Jane, but she's the best I got.
Oh.
That is the best compliment I've ever had in my life. She might be a plain Jane, but she's the best I've got. Right. And it wasn't my Jane that said that.
Okay. Just wondered.
No.
These I love.
Yeah.
I think these are, for me, these are the star of the show, and I think these are absolutely stunning.
These are amazing. Aren't they lovely? Now, oh my word, they're half-metre pieces, and you can choose any two. So this is your pink orange.
That's my favourite colour
Is
in
it?
it as well.
The next
and I think
one,
if you actually turn them on their side, because at the
I will
minute
do.
we're looking at them sideways on. If you
turn
take
them-
the blue one and
Yep.
turn it the other way round,
I shall turn all of them in a
then,
moment.
what you'll see is almost like kind of Rennie McIntosh style roses, stained glass window roses. When
yeah.
you turn it the other way around, when you're looking at it that way, it almost looks like a school of fish. But
let me
when you
turn
turn
it-
it this way up, either peacock feathers you see, you can see those kind of Rennie McIntosh style roses.
Look at that. Now, is this cotton?
Yes, it is.
It's-
It's quilting cotton as well.
It's a silky cotton.
Lovely, this one. It's a really nice one. And the price of it for a metre, obviously you can, if you pick and mixing any two, if you put the same two in your basket, you will get a continuous metre. But this one is absolutely stunning.
I was just looking at the back of it. You know, if you're into your mixed media and things, even the back of it is quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really pretty. I mean, obviously, the front, for me, is what absolutely kind of...
Really does. Let me open all of them, 'cause it's nice to see the different colours in that style. That's your roses or your tulips. Isn't that lovely? That's your pink option. Remember, you can choose any two. And then Hayley's favourite.
Your favourite, yeah.
Is this your favourite favourite?
It is my favourite.
This is Hayley's.
I think the blue one, then that one, and then the pink one last.
I would go for the pink, the blue.
I suppose it depends what project you're doing.
Yeah,
though.
of course it does. Oh, yeah, that is nice. It's the red in there that makes it pop. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Yeah, you can see a lot of things in here. You could see flowers, you could see fish, you could see people all queuing up, maybe going to the football with their scarves on. 864100 is your item number. You pick any two. So you've got the orange pink, you've got the lovely pink, and you've got the blue. All you need to do is choose, and it feels so lovely. It really, really does. A cravat in that would look amazing.
It's not going to match. The middle one, the pink one might match your shirt. The one with the orange in won't, but the pink one, the middle of the three, cravat that one up and that'll match your shirt.
This one?
That one will match your shirt,
Really,
yes.
the pink one?
Yeah,
Do you think?
you'll be surprised. There's actually quite a lot of pink in that shirt that you've got.
There is a lot of pink in this. It's a designer shirt, you know.
Is it posh?
It's a posh designer shirt.
It's a posh designer shirt,
Yes,
don't you know?
Actually. Yeah, that would be lovely. Hello.
Yep.
I don't know, I've become obsessed with cravats because it's just bringing out my masculine side, one that perhaps you've not seen before.
I think we have.
No, you haven't.
It's been might have been mentioned once or twice.
Really? Oh, what? Not whilst I've been in the room, that's for sure. So,
right, you've made a right mess of that, though.
I know. But you've got 3 choices here to choose from. Look at that. And on the salvage,
you've brought it back a little bit there. You've brought it back a little bit.
Yeah, and you can see on the salvage you've got your colours, so you can match up your cottons and other
if you're
fabrics.
worried about matching that with something, you've got lots and lots of different colours in there, but there's white in all of it, so you could easily just use a bit of white or even black, because remember all those outlines are done in black. So that would look really, really stunning. Maybe use the wonky window template that we've shown you before, so you can really kind of put bigger blocks of that pattern in and really make it stand out.
That would be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Love those. Right, we are moving on. We have got more for you. We've got some quilting fabric packs for you. You've got 3 colour options. So tell us about these, Hayley.
Okay, so you've got 2 down there as full spreads of fabric, and then we've got 1 on the back made up as a full quilt.
Yes.
You're getting 5 half meters in there, and you're also getting an inspiration sheet as well, which tells you how to put a block together. Now, you can make as many blocks as you can out of the fabric you've got, and then work out how you're going to pop it together.
Yeah.
So you've got, that's the blue option.
Yes.
I'm just checking. Yes, that's purple. No, yes, that's purple blue.
That's purple blue, which is lovely. So you've got that lovely hint of purple in there. Looks, do you know what I love about quilts? I love it when you see them from a distance. You know, when someone walks into your room,
they look completely different, don't they?
They look completely different, and then when you get closer, it changes again.
And then you've got the green option, which is next to that, which is that one over there. That's your green option.
There you go. Really nice.
Very,
I like the green.
very cute,
I like the green.
Yeah.
Because it goes with like your nautical theme, doesn't it?
Well, green goes with a lot as well, though. You can get away with a lot of colours with green. And then your last option, which we don't have as a full quilt, but we do have on the front there, is your teal option. That was an excellent piece of walking towards
Did you like
fabric.
That?
Yes.
I just did that off the top of my head.
Did you?
Yeah. Didn't
what
choreograph.
What if we ask you to...
I didn't choreograph it, or whatever the word is. Choreograph it. I didn't do... I didn't choreograph it. Top of my head. Just top of my head, mate.
Yeah, and this, as I said, whichever one you go for, you are getting those 5 half meters plus that inspiration sheet as well, and you're going to get the whole shebang. So it's 2.5 meters of fabric in total, all 100% cotton and all quilting cotton.
Now, Hayley, do we have to make a quilt from it?
You do not. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, that would make a lovely little bag, would it not?
Do whatever you like.
You could use other fabric to make the quilt with the
you're going to get that inspiration sheet, which will explain how to make those 2 blocks. So you could go for it as a quilt if you wanted to. If you don't want to do that, then absolutely you can go for it and make any other pattern you want with it.
Really like these, absolutely gorgeous. £26.99, saving £25. That's a big saving. All 100% cotton, as Hayley said. 645120 is your item number. Remember, if you've got any makes you'd like to send in, we would love to see them. Hayley would love to see them as well.
I would.
Definitely send them in. It's studio@hochanda.com. Any of your soft craft projects, send them in and we'll have a look. It's always nice for you to be included in our shows. Oh, we've had a picture from Linda. Thank you, Linda, my love. Look at this. Oh, my word. There's a fox in there. There's a lion in there. It looks like there's a raccoon in there as well. You've got a panda. You've got an elephant in there as well. Oh, my word, that is absolutely gorgeous. I love that, Linda. Thank you so much for sending that in. She certainly has. That's amazing. I love that. That is, and do you know the one in the corner? You've got the
panda.
No, the
Which
one in
corner?
the,
There's
the one in
4.
the left-hand corner.
Hang on.
Is that a crocodile, a lion? I can't see.
I think it's a crocodile in the bottom left.
Yeah. Oh, it's a crocodile. I love that. Yeah, really. Oh, I see it now. What's on top of the
more
crocodile?
you look at it, the more you see in it, I think.
Yeah, the crocodile's in the bottom, isn't it? Like that. Oh, and the elephant. You see, you've got the top of the elephant and then the bottom of the elephant. That's very clever. That's very clever. Thank you, Linda, for sending that in. Very inspirational. Anyone else want to send the pictures in? Please do so. It is studio@hochanda.com. Right, Hayley, what we're going to have a look at?
I've got something slightly different.
Okay.
Now, they've done this once before and it went bonkers because they had so many different varieties. This time we've got 3. They're all the same pattern. They're all the watercolour swirls collection. 3 different colours, and we're not offering these as a kit where you make it up. This is coming to you as a complete quilt. This size, lap size, done. You don't need to do anything. It's brilliant.
So that will be a quilt that comes in the post, already made.
Already made.
Done.
Quilt in the post. This is the blue and pink option.
Yep.
We have purple and peach, which is this one here, and then the one just on my other side over there, that is blue and coral.
Oh, now which one's your favourite, Hayley?
I'll have to have a little stand back.
Let's have a look.
I think I might go blue and coral as my favourite.
Yeah, I think I like the blue and coral.
I think there's quite a lot of contrast in that one. I quite like that one. But they're all absolutely beautiful, and there are not many of these. There are really, you know, handful.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
It's a question from our director.
Okay.
Mr. Baker.
Is that the second best Chris?
It could be. Chris would like to know, can you sew them together and make a big quilt?
Yes, in theory you could. What you would need to do is take the binding off.
Yep.
And then you'd have to add a piece of sashing front and back, because effectively you'd have to use a quilt as you go technique to join them all together. It's easily doable, but you would have to kind of take the binding off. But when you do take the binding off, if you take it off carefully and save it, that would be enough binding to then
do all of
them all. Yeah, all the way around.
£2 to £29.98.
The sides you take off here.
Do you know
here,
what? Do you know what this is?
On the next one.
Do you know what this is going to be like, Hayley? If
What?
you order one of these quilts, I'll tell you what it's going to be like. You know when you order a takeaway, and then you decant that takeaway into your own pots and serve it at the table, and nobody ever knows. No one knows that it was a takeaway, and you just take all the credit for it. Well, that can be. Oh yeah. Look at this quilt I made. No one will
That's
ever know.
exactly what you would do, isn't it?
No one will ever know. It's the kind of thing I'd do. Of course it is. Of course it is. I like to impress. I like to impress.
Okay.
But you could do that.
You could.
You could. you could decant the quilt and go.
I mean, it's nice as kind of gifts and things
that.
as well. You know, maybe if you've got somebody. They will be this size, and it's about a metre, just over a metre wide, and just over a metre tall. So it's a really good kind of lap size quilt.
It's
one.
lovely. It really is, and it could get you into
or even
the
as
world
a wall
of quilts.
hanging.
Yeah, yeah,
you
definitely.
can just have them up as wall hangings if you wanted to.
Oh, do you know what? You know, if you've got a new baby coming. Wouldn't it be lovely?
Perfect
Nice
for
little
that
quilt
size.
for the baby to sit on. Isn't it lovely? Oh, hello. I didn't know you were there. Hello.
Where did you think
I
we
know. I
were?
was just fiddling with my back pocket. Just trying to put my wires away. So sorry about that. Hello. Right. Where we go now? Oh, we're going to Hayley.
Okay, so we're just going to finish off what we did in the last hour, where we were making some no-sew bunting. So these fabrics were on the previous hour, but they will still be available on the web somewhere. So we won't worry too much about the fabrics, but we're going to look at the techniques. So we used the interfacing, the fusible interfacing is what we used, and it's just like a bonder web, but what I've done is these pieces, we put a big piece in between like a sandwich, ironed it all together, and then that created double-sided pieces of bunting that we haven't had to sew. So we've just cut them straight out.
Okay.
Now, all I've done to attach it is I've got a piece of bias binding. It can just be normal binding for this because we're not needing to really use that kind of the effect that the bias creates where it goes around curves nicely, but this is just what I had to hand. I've cut a strip of the exact same interfacing and just sandwiched it, just tucked it in there in between the two, and then we can sandwich these in there. I'll just check I turned the iron on. Yes, always helpful. And what we showed in the last kind of dying seconds of the last show was I just made a little tiny template for spacing my bunting pendants. So I took a piece of cardboard, made it exactly the same shape as the end of that piece of bunting, chopped the end off the top, and now this I'm just popping into there and using that to space my flags out evenly. So let's get that first one in, because all we need to do to put these in place is literally just to press them. Now, because this is folded over, what I would initially do is put enough heat on the top to melt that as far through as I can get it, and then later I would turn the whole thing over and press it again. So I'm just going to go through one at a time, and I will slide that in place.
Now, if you're new to soft craft, if you're new to soft
this is a nice way to start because you're, you know, you're cutting and sticking.
Yes, so it's a nice way.
It's like
nice
paper
introduction
craft with fabric.
But what I was going to say, because we've got some beautiful fabrics, how about one of your first projects being an envelope cushion?
Yes, because that's
They're
a
easy to
really
make.
simple way to start, and that's what you kind of. It's nice to start with something where you kind of feel that, you know, sense of achievement, and then you can work your way up to the more complicated
I
stuff.
would love an envelope cushion maybe in the first set of
Now,
fabrics.
in theory, you could do that with your fusible webbing.
Yes.
However,
Yes.
I would say if you want to be able to wash it regularly with this kind of fusible interfacing, you can get away with washing it maybe once or twice, and it'll be fine. But if it's something you're going to wash continually, you know, it's going to get washed every week. Then
now,
I would recommend
the fabric that we're
sewing.
actually demonstrating with now isn't on this particular show.
No, it was on the previous hour, but we did promise that we'd finish it off. But you can see it kind of. You can
do
see
it with
it
any of the
coming
fabrics
together
we've
there,
got.
and what we've done is created double-sided bunting with one of the fabrics that we had earlier. So I've got 3 of those flags in, and although that's actually gone through and it's kind of, the glue has grabbed onto the back, I would still just give that a once over with that hot iron. And when you're using this type of interfacing, it really is a press rather than a wiggle. You don't want to be kind of wiggling about all over the place, because what that will do is it'll allow the glue to move and possibly get creases in your fabric, and you don't want that. So there you go. Bunting underway.
Yeah, like that.
And that's a complete no-sew project, that one.
That's
so
good.
you can work with fabric without having to sew.
Bunting or bikini?
I'm going to go with bunting.
Could be.
It's winter, Janice.
Well, you
and
know.
I don't think those triangles are big enough unless you're very brave.
Wow, okay. Well, yes.
Moving on.
What she said then. What she said then. Okay, let's give you a reminder of the fabrics
moving on.
we've got on the show. We're very busy for our first set of fabrics. I absolutely adore these. I think they're fantastic. You have got your sulphur, your teal and your grey, all 100% cotton. With them being $11.99, they're 1 metre by 63 inches, a good sizable piece of fabric. Could be an idea to go for a couple because they'll all work really well together. These two in particular, I think that's a great combination, the sulphur
Even
and
the teal and the grey.
Yeah, the teal and the grey.
Any two of them, just randomly pick any two, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you certainly will. I just think they're marvellous. I love them. They've got almost like a retro vibe to them, 1960s retro vibe. 991323 is your item number, saving £3 on that particular deal. We've also got some lovely, it is a ditzy pattern, isn't it? And by that, it's small, which is brilliant. Again, great colours, very retro, very on trend at the moment. So you've got your mango, you've got your grey, you've got your gold flame, sorry, and then you've got your teal. All of them work beautifully together. They're $11.99 each, saving £3. And the size, it's a great size as well. It's 1 metre by 160 centimetres. A metre by 160 centimetres?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's 160 centimetres wide, and it's cut off in 1 metre length.
Wow.
So if you
That's
wanted
a
multiples, you would just add 2 or 3 in your basket. Obviously 2 metres, really, really good option, because that would allow you to back a huge quilt, 2 metres by 160 centimetres. So
you know,
that's quite a
you know,
big quilt, that.
if you back a quilt with this, well, it's a reversible quilt. You've made a reversible quilt. Because for me, that might be the backing of a quilt, but I'd turn that round and I'd have that as my top. So you can make a reversible quilt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the whole thing. I mean, the ones that I've got behind me here, these have all been backed with fabrics from the collection. So these could be completely reversible as well. So they've all got one of the fabrics that are from the collection on the back of them. So you've got loads of different options. And those extra width on those, the 160 width, brilliant idea.
Yeah, it'd be nice, like you say, for lining of a jacket. How gorgeous would that be? Or even a shirt, even making a shirt out of that. Absolutely fantastic.
And if you're getting it in a 2 metre piece, then the extra width, the 160 width, that makes it much easier for dressmaking because you've got much more flexibility about how you cut your patterns out.
That'd be fantastic. Whether you're using it as a feature fabric or you're using it to cut into it, you get to choose any two. So the details on your screen are for the ones that I'm seeing. Sorry, we jumped
about a bit.
Yeah, I saw something else on the screen and I was a bit confused. Sorry, we were looking at ready-made quilts. I am easily distracted. Right,
Is it like that?
£11 and 99 pence. Right, now we've had a picture sent in, another quilt from Tracy.
I love
Thank
this
you,
because I
Tracy.
never get to see where everything goes.
Oh, now look at that. That is good. I do like that. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, hang on, I need to get closer to a monitor.
Are they, oh, I know.
That's why I've gone closer to the monitor to have a look. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of Fabric Freedom fabrics I can see in there.
Yeah. What are the names of the blocks, Hayley? The different...
Oh, OK. So you've got, well, some of them are kind of Ohio Star based.
That's it.
And then it's kind of expansions and variations of it. I would say mostly, you're based a lot of them on an Ohio Star.
But that is a classic... Oh, Hayley, that was live. Apologies out there. Anyone? Haley was just explaining that you can pick and choose any two fabrics if you want to. Right, so your different fabrics that you've got in there, what I like about that, it just shows that you've got the different blocks, and you don't have to have the same block, you can mix it up. So that's a great example. £11.99, the details on your screen, not for that quilt, that's a picture sent in.
Looking at it, I think she's got all different blocks in here, and I think it's more of a sampler quilt where she's done different blocks in all sorts of, fabrics.
I like that.
Which is beautiful. And that'll work really, really well because as long as you've got the white to tie everything in, then that's going to work beautifully.
Love that. Right, next up, we've got another picture, and this has been sent in by Jane. Oh, she made this from your dog. Do you remember the dog?
We still have them up on our website, and we have them on some other websites where they've been incredibly popular.
That's amazing. What a brilliant quilt that is. That is super. Now, I'm just trying to make out, is the quilt, we've got that's the edging of the quilt, the whole thing.
The outside edge of the quilt. So that she's used the panels in the centre to create the kind of feature in the centre, and then round the edge she's got a big border.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. Oh, thank you so much for sending in pictures. It's really lovely to see them. It really is. On this 9 o'clock hour on a Saturday night. Really lovely to have your company as well. Do stay with us, please, all the way through until 10 o'clock. We are live, and then we go on to the repeat hours throughout the night. And we've got some fabulous fabric to choose from. Something I think that's going to suit any kind of mood, any kind of project, and any kind of person, really. Back to Hayley, though. And
okay, so all the way along here now, I've got one more to put back in, and that little kind of spacer that we made, absolutely perfect for this because you can just slot that in, and then you're not having to measure every time, and you can make that that spacer wider or skinnier depending on how you want it to work. But if you always base it off the kind of base of your flag, if I just tilt that up,
do you always have to have it a little bit up?
I would. If you've got them too close together, then it's like spacing the quilt. They just haven't got space to breathe, and especially when you try and hang it up and kind of drape it around something, a little bit of space between them really, really helps. So you could make that wider if you wanted to. You would just chop a little bit more off of there, and we slot that into the gap. Make sure that's lined up, and then press it down. But what you don't want to do is press onto that cardboard, because otherwise it will stick into there. And then when we get to the edge and we've just got this last little bit of bias binding here, I'm just going to adjust that, and then we'll just press the whole thing together just to create that tape so we can tie it onto whatever we want to put our bunting onto.
And that is an easy way to create bunting without stitching, and using different fabrics as well. The fabrics are from the earlier show, but what we're doing, they are always available on the website, but it is showing what you can do very, very easily. Even if you don't have a lot of skill at stitching, you've got the capability of making
Yes,
and producing
we've
with fabric
We've talked
instantly.
about a plique as well in the previous hour, so you could absolutely use that for a plique as well. What I would do is, remember, because this has no paper backing, you are going to need to use a greaseproof or something similar to be able to put your letters on there first. And if you are doing letters with the plique, make sure when you print them out or draw them out, you do them back to front first of all, because obviously when you turn it over and stick it onto here, it's going to be the wrong way around.
Perfect, perfect. Now we're going to recap some fabric for you. Sorry, I was just sorting this out. Right, you get 2.5 meters. First of all, we'll show you the pink. So if you're going to go for the pink, you've got the two colours here. So you've got that lovely dark burgundy background with the smaller print on there of your paisley, and then your pink with the burgundy paisley on, which are really nice. Two fabrics.
The perfect Janice cravat.
The perfect Janice cravat, absolutely. I also like the grey option. The grey option, again, it's the same pattern, but it's in a grey colour. You are getting those two if you're going for the grey, £11.99. That is excellent value for money. It works out to be, well, £5, £6 each.
These are the extra wide width as well.
Maybe
so when you're talking about
show
63 inch, your normal quilting cotton is 42 to 44 inches wide. Okay,
it's so big, I can't get it out.
Half of that.
Hang on, there you go.
Half of that would be 22 inches.
Yep.
So then take your 44 and add your 22 on, 66 inches. So you're effectively getting you're getting an extra half again.
Yeah, you
on
certainly
your fabric.
are. It's a huge piece of fabric, isn't it? It's a huge piece of fabric. Imagine this for your projects, whether you are covering chairs, making quilts, could be the lining, could be a shirt, could be the lining to a bag, could be the outside to a bag if you wanted it to be. It's beautiful, isn't it? Even in the grey, even in that tones that you've got, with the darker tones, that would look fantastic, both of those together. And you're buying them as a pair as well. That really is great value for money if you're getting both for £11.99.
Exactly. And remember, you've got to think a bit as your kind of dimensions that I said. Your normal quilting cotton is 42 to 44 inches wide. So chop half of that off, stick it on the end again, and that's how wide that fabric is. You're getting a huge amount extra there. And if you are thinking about maybe dressmaking with it as well, that extra wide width is really going to help you, because you're not going to need as much length because you've got that extra width.
If you want to go for both colour sets, I mean, the price will just change accordingly. But if you look at that, I mean, the grey runs across, I would say, all of them, would you say, Hayley, maybe?
Yeah, I think you could mix and match any two of those and have them work, really, because you've got the same patterns in both. So you could take the burgundy and the darker kind of charcoal grey of those two and work those together quite easily, because you've got the same pattern running through.
I tell you what, that'd be a great quilt for a gentleman in your life.
Yeah, well, I mean, we sometimes, refer to fabrics as masculine or feminine, but anything goes these days.
Yeah.
So it could be for anybody, but I know what you mean. Some men are still men's men, and they prefer the darker colours.
Yeah,
and
I think, it's just the patterns, isn't it, that they like to introduce them to a quilt.
Paisley is just such classic.
It is classic.
You could use that on absolutely anything.
Very much so. Right, 897390 is your item number. Now, you pick a mix. You can pick any 2.5 meters. These are Hayley's favourite. One of them is her favourite. It's a great pattern. And if I just turn it again this way, yes, you've got that lovely, like, Renee Mackintosh. Beautiful roses and flowers. Isn't it gorgeous? This one is the pink. Is that in the lead? Ah, the blue's in the lead.
It's very kind of stained glass inspired.
Yeah, very much so.
And I think with just teaming this with the black, you can do some fantastic things.
Yeah, that would bring out the detail. You've got the pink, you've got the blue, and you've got the pink orange. The blue's proving to be very, very popular. You can, it's a pick and mix, you choose any two. If you want two of the blue, it would be a continuous cut. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it would be.
Now, if you are using black fabric, if I just get this black fabric, let me turn that over that way. And then if you're using like a black fabric with any of those, you can see, even if you're just using like a thin band with it, it would highlight the detail in there, which is fabulous. Even in the pink as well, because you've got the black parts to that. With this black next to it, I think this now is my favourite, the pink. I like the pink because I think that really, really brings that out. £9.99 and you choose any 2 half metres. Right, back to our Hayley. 864 100 is your item number if you want to go for those. Don't forget, keep sending your pictures in. We love to see your makes because it gives other people ideas and inspiration and confidence to start creating with their fabrics. Right, Hayley, what we're looking at?
Okay, so I've got a block that is halfway together, and this block is from the Tropical Moods Fat Quarter set. So this one, I know I may have chopped this one up, so we may have to show you this on as an image rather than live in the studio. But this is 10 fat quarters, and I'm just kind of pressing this back out so you can see. Don't worry, when fabric actually, before we go to that, fabric often does this. Do you see how it's kind of gone a funny colour?
When you iron
That's just the heat of the iron.
Yeah.
It'll sort itself out as soon as it cools down again. And it is literally just the heat of the iron that's causing it to do that. So you do not need to worry if you see fabrics doing that. Obviously, if it's a polyester fabric and it's doing that, then you need to worry because your iron will be too hot and you'll be melting things.
Ooh.
So, but this is cotton,
Good
so I know
advice.
that it's going to be 100% fine. So there are 10 different colours in here.
There
You've
they
got
are.
oranges all the way through to purples, and then purples all the way through to blues. So you've got lots and lots of different colours here. These are all exactly the same weight of fabric, and they work together beautifully. I'm just going to have a quick look at my bag, because I think I've got some more samples of these in my magic bag of tricks here. What's this one? Oh, I've got some of the bits.
Now, you're
Hang on,
making a
I'm
huge
looking for
saving
me.
on these. You're saving £13, $19.99 for 10 pieces. Fat quarters. 611937 is your item number. Some nice tones in blues through to your greens in there, your purples, reds, oranges as well. So really nice colours, I think, leading into the spring and Easter.
I'm looking for I had a load of finished samples in here for this one, and I cannot, for the life of me, find them. Oh, I don't know where they've gone. But they work really well when you team them with batik fabrics as well, because there's a lot of colours in there, and we had some bits here where we had blocks put together. I think this is the squiffy square one. So we had these put together with some of the smaller, where's my smaller triangles? Oh, these are all my big ones. Where's my little ones gone? Oh, I had everything ready. It's all gone wonky. Never mind. So these are my bigger triangles that should go around the outside, like this. But this particular block that we put together, it builds up in triangles. So this one's red on red, so it's not the easiest one to see, but these are two slightly different reds. We started with a square in the centre, and when you've got these graduating colours like this, then you can rainbow quilt really, really easily, because you're looking for quite small pieces.
Yeah.
And that 10 fat quarters is 2.5 metres.
In length?
In total.
Yes.
If it was just all as one long piece. But then when you're cutting them up into, your reasonably small pieces, those fat quarters can go quite far, because you've got 2.5 metres of fabric there. But really nice and easy to work with. A lovely weight of fabric. I found the bits I got left over.
Have you? Wow.
But that is not the actual. You get obviously 10 in the pack here.
Yeah.
I've got about 5 or 6 of the ones that are left over in there. But yeah, that is a smashing little pack, and I've used this over and over again in demonstrations because it's got such a nice mix. And if you are art quilting and you're looking for kind of particular colours to do particular jobs, a lot of them will be in here. And sometimes you don't necessarily want a full metre or half metre of everything, so it's a really nice way to get a kind of taster pack.
It's really good for your appliques as well, because you've got the right
you've
colours.
got all of your colours in
to
there.
put them together, and we like that. And some people use fabric now to create pictures, which is really nice. Cutting up pieces of fabric, stitching them back together, doing some embroidery on there.
Something like this is not in the right fabric, but something like that, which would be a kind of paper piece design. That would work really well with this, because you could have all of those different purples mingling together.
Is that paper on there?
Yeah, it's paper on the back.
Oh, on the back, sorry.
And you stitch through it, and it's a different. It's too long to explain in the time that we've got left, but it's a nice way to work. And you kind of fold the paper back, stitch it together, fold it out, iron it, and then that's a way of creating kind of beautiful designs. And this is when we were using our super squares to then block that back out to a proper nice square, so we were starting with all the same size when we were putting them together.
Can I ask a question? When you're quilting, when you're making quilts, do you always, it might be a daft question, do you always use blocks, or can you use other shapes?
Using the blocks is really an American style of quilting. So creating everything, if I go back to one of these, if I have a look from kind of here to the centre, out to the side and then back up to that corner, that's what would be one block on here. So from the corner, that's my centre point coming down and then back out to this side here. That would be one block. Are you with me?
I am.
You look confused.
No, I was looking. I've just seen another shape in there, so they're fantastic.
Yes, because you can kind of create shapes within shapes within shapes.
Yeah.
As you can see, this has got two squares here and here, but because this one's white, that then kind of throws the eye off.
Yeah.
Now you can see the blocks within blocks in there.
Yeah, we got
so
that.
it's a very it's the most simple technique, I would say, because you can create larger, quite complex blocks like this one, and then put those together, or you can do much smaller ones and put those together. But the quarter fast track ruler we were using the other day, all these half square triangles that are within here, you could have knocked up in no time using that. And depending on how you put your rows together will depend on how many of each triangle you get. But you can start off, I mean, this is quite a simple, it looks quite complex, but it's actually quite a simple one because there's nothing more complicated in here than half square triangles. That's all you've got. Each of these, half square triangle, half square triangle. So it's actually, it looks very complicated, but it's actually quite a simple block in terms of construction.
I think that is brilliant. And if you don't want to do that, you can buy these quilts already made.
You can
details
cheat.
are on the screen for that.
You can cheat.
Yeah, £59.95, just like you do with the takeaways. Scrape them into your own bowls and say, look what I made tonight. No, you didn't. We can do that with the quilts now, but they are lovely and they are already made, which means if you've got a gift for somebody, last minute present, for example, that's a great way to get yourself a quilt. Those are your details on the screen, 348721. Right, lots and lots of Pravrik, there's a new word. Put it in the dictionary for this year. Pravrik.
Is there a
fabric.
Janice dictionary?
There is, yeah. There is a Janice dictionary. I'm collecting
Are you
all the
collecting
words.
them all up?
Yes.
Is it like an online one where you can click and then see you doing the word?
I don't know. I might design it like that. Yeah, I'd love to do the words.
Yes, like on the telly doing the words.
In the form of song and dance.
No, I mean if you had little video clips of you using the word in a show.
Yes.
You know, like on those dictionaries, you can click on the thing and it says how you pronounce it or how you use it in a sentence. You could use the clips from Hochanda in your dictionary to show you using all of these words.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to start doing that. Because I say I'm doing it, and I'm not really, but I'm actually going to start doing it because I do make up my own words. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. Welcome to my world. Right, let's start off with your metre pieces. If you have just joined us, great to have your company. These are 160 centimetres by 63 inches wide. They are a metre by 100... What did I say?
I don't know. You're just waffling now. It's a metre by 160, which is equivalent to 63 inches.
That is what she said.
That's why I'm
Brilliant.
here. You read the numbers, I'll explain, and we'll get through as one person.
We will get through. Sorry about that. You've got three colourways. You've got the sulphur, you've got the grey, and you've got the teal. My favourite keeps going from the teal to the sulphur. Why is that called sulphur? It's like a mustard colour.
Sulphur's that colour. The element sulphur is that colour.
Yeah, I suppose so. Sulphur.
But I don't think it's spelt like that. I'm sure sulphur's spelt with a PH.
Sulphur, yeah, as in sulphur. Oh,
it's spelt with an F on there, but I'm sure it's spelt with a PH.
I think
maybe it's just them being like all down with the kids.
Maybe it's a down with the kids way of spelling it. But it's sulphur. I think it is PH like on the periodic table. Anyway. Let's move on. There's all kinds of different spellings, though, isn't there, in the craft world?
Oh, yeah. You could just mix it up, can't you?
Yeah, you certainly can. Now, we've been very, very busy for this set. These are your metre pieces by 63 inches. Got there. £11.99.
You can choose. We've only got 5 minutes to go.
I know. You can choose your mango, like your mango. Charcoal and mango go really well together. You might want to buy both of those. They're $11.99 each. Then your gold flame, well, that goes really well. And then your teal goes really well. I think all of these go beautifully together. So if you can afford it, I'd go for one of each.
Without a spot. It's like a little teardrop shape, really, really handy for small projects and English paper piecing, as well as, remember, you've got that extra wide width, so if you do want to dressmake with them, then, I mean, if you're doing maybe like tea dresses and things like that, you can order multiple meters, and with that extra wide width, you're going to be able to kind of, as we've said, have that huge chunk extra, because we've been talking about 44s and 44-inch widths. These are almost half as much again. So a really good option.
Let me open one out and show you, because
seeing,
here we go. Well, it's always good to see. You can get the measurements in your head, but seeing is believing. That's what I was told. Right. Let's open that up. That is a sizable piece, isn't it? That is a sizable piece. Yeah, it could be a single.
It's a nice big piece. And also think about this if you're doing maybe you're doing bindings for a quilt.
Yes.
Now, if you have a 44-inch width fabric, you are going to have extra joins. You're going to have fewer joins because you've got half of that distance again. So if you wanted to join, say, 3 pieces of your 44-inch together, you'd only have to do 1 join in this to get the equivalent amount.
Lovely, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh, that's a new thing.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
well,
do it again.
It shows you the swish, doesn't it?
Okay, go on then.
Give you a bit of that.
Swish it.
Gather it at the centre.
Swish
and then
it.
Swish it up the arm. There you go. Like that. Oh, and then you could hold it like a baby. Right, so you get to choose.
You seriously have lost it now.
Design. Oh. Can't help it. Right, let's move on. We've got paisley. Half.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That and pins on the floor.
There you go. Right, your paisley. You've got your burgundy and pink. These come as a pair. $11.99 for those two. That is excellent value for money.
And these are such a kind of timeless fabric as well.
Yeah,
these are great for a stash builder, especially the greys, because obviously the greys will go with absolutely anything. And if you've got a project in mind, brilliant. If you haven't, the greys are a fantastic stash builder. But you could easily put a white with these.
Yeah, or black.
Yeah, or black.
Do you know what? If you've got a motorhome or a camper van, if you're doing any kind of restoration and doing the seats up, I think these would be fabulous.
Yeah, they're a really, really pretty one. And as you said, can be masculine or feminine. You can take them any which way you like.
897390. Excellent value for money. You're buying them in twos, so either the burgundy or the 2 greys. It really is superb value for the money. And some people are going for both, which is great. Now, something that's absolutely spectacular. We love these. This is a pick and mix. You can choose from 3, but you get 2. So it's a wonderful deal, isn't it? If you pick the same one twice, then you get it in a continuous cut. Now, the pink orange, which is our Hayley's favourite, is limited stock. Limited stock on that one. So I'll tell you what, let's open that out to show you. It feels fantastic. It's 100% cotton, but it feels really silky.
It's an absolutely beautiful one, this. And as soon as I saw that this was on the counter, I'm like, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's beautiful. It really is. Try something different. Love that. Right.
And I think that it's, again, if you've got the black fabric still over there, if you just had thin, even just like 1-inch strips of sashing with this, it would look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that would. It would, because it brings out.
It just makes it
black
pop.
in there. Yeah.
It just makes all of those other colours pop.
We're very busy. Did we say this one is limited stock? Oh, you just saw me do my trick, so I'm not going to do my trick. That is your pink orange. I was going to do something. That was the black. No, sorry, the pink orange.
Pink orange,
but they've got
and
little
then
bits of black in there, which looks great. And then you've got the pink.
We've got black in all of them because it's almost like a stained glass effect.
Yeah, like the lead. That's the pink, and then you've got the blue. There you go. Oh, you see, I like the blue now because it almost looks like the sea. And then you could put some mermaids on there or fish, like they're swimming through the sea. Let me just take this and show you what I mean. See what I mean? Looks like waves of the sea, and then you get the fish swimming through.
Well, I think it depends on which way up you have it, because when you've got it going vertically like that, or horizontally like you've got it now, that one is more
Sea.
That is more like a school of fish.
Sea, I think.
But that could also be like the...
it's like a waterfall.
Yeah, like a waterfall. Or maybe it's the things growing up from the sea, you know, like the coral and seaweed. That's coral or seaweed. That's coral or seaweed. It is when you're diving. Coral or seaweed. There is a whole different sign language when you go diving.
Okay.
I've done it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So show me some sign language then.
Shark! Exactly.
Got it.
That's shark.
I want to
That's
guess
shark.
another one now. You're all right?
Yeah, that means you're above water and you're okay. So you're above, and because if the boat's ready to pick you up, you have to say you're okay because it has to make sure it picks people up in turn.
If you're on top of the water, you're like waiting to be picked up.
Yep, you're okay. You've got enough oxygen. You're all right. You can wait. So you're above water because sometimes even if you're above water, you still need the oxygen because of wind. If you need help. That's help.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's shock. But anyway, fun facts, and that's coral. There you go.
Really? You just added that one, haven't you?
I just added that one,
That's
yes.
in the Janice dictionary.
We've got 10 seconds left. Hayley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute joy. When we see you again.
Handing over the baton.
Oh, yes, I'll have that. Hello. See you in a minute. I thought you said handing over to baton. Right, create cards with Dreamies is coming up next. That's a one-day special. Indigo brand, spanking new. Oh, hello.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie, and this is my dad Roy. And we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie using her iPad and hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you can use them again and again to create something new. So make sure you don't miss the Daisy Bee shows on Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote's circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
Hello, I'm Barbara.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're Scarlet Rose Crafts. We're a family-run business, been in business for 2 years, and our aim is to bring new and innovative new products to the crafting industry.
We've both been involved in crafting industry for many years, and we're continuing to move forward with